And we're live. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream tonight as we've got game number 1 up in the North Division between the Montreal Canadiens and Winnipeg Jets, who will be kicking off their second round series here tonight after Montreal came away with a huge 7-game series win over the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Winnipeg dispatched the Edmonton Oilers in just 4 earlier in the playoffs. So, because the Montreal series went so long, this is the last second round series to get started. But we're getting going tonight, and we're going to see which team is able to get out to an early lead in this one. So it should be a great matchup tonight between these two. As you can see, I am joined by a special guest on stream tonight. It is the great Perlo Wisdom. Perlo's channel is linked in the description of the video. If you guys want to check him out, it would really, really mean a lot. And we are getting ready to go here for game number 1 action. Perlo, thank you for being on. And you ready for this game tonight?
Oh, yeah, buddy. I'm really interested in this series now. It's been 2 teams that weren't expected to necessarily make it through. And now they're going to go up against each other and very evenly matched on paper. So it's going to be a fun series.
Definitely, for sure. Welcome into the chat, everybody. I appreciate everyone here already as we're just getting started. We've got Francesca, Steve, Timothy, Bruin, Hockey Froggy, Trevor, Shane, Ender, VGK Productions, Buck Skull Gang, Austin. What is going on? Red Rubber, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. This is my only game tonight, Shane. Rob, yes, Sabres just won the draft lottery. So we just watched that happen before we went live here. And really not a whole lot changed as far as the draft order goes. The only difference was Seattle and Anaheim flipped 2 and 3. But other than that, everything else stayed exactly the same. So it was kind of an uneventful draft lottery here that we just saw.
Yeah, apart from Buffalo actually winning the lottery, they've been snake bit every time pretty much. Mm-hmm. But they finally... out of the 9th time, I guess, how many lotteries have they been in? Probably every one in the history of lotteries.
Yeah, it seems like it for sure. Joey's here. Avi, Jerry, Austin, Rizbo, welcome in. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. We are getting ready for game number 1 action. It's possible, Buck Skull Gang. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's definitely a possibility. Welcome in, guys. We are getting ready here for what should be a good one. I'm excited to see these two teams play because I really have no clue what to expect. Because I wasn't expecting this to be the matchup. Both of these teams have played better in the playoffs than I thought that they were going to. The goaltending matchup is insane with how well both of these goalies are playing. You have Winnipeg, who's just had basically a week off because they swept their first-round series, going against Montreal, who's had absolutely no time off and is going from one series right into the other. There's so much, before the series even starts to kind of, not really be sure of how it's all going to work out. I think this is going to be a really interesting game to see how these two teams look to start this series.
Yeah, like you said, I think it's going to be a pretty tough one for Montreal, like we just saw with Vegas when they had finished with Minnesota and had to, go to Colorado. Mm-hmm. Even worse there because now you got the altitude and everything on top of it. So I think it could be a similar fate here for Montreal, but this Montreal team, man, they got Warriors on the team. That's one thing we kind of didn't really factor in. The Corey Perrys and guys like that on that team really are bringing a heck of a lot of energy to Montreal.
Yeah, and Carey Price playing the way that he did in that first series. When you have Price playing at that level, they're a team that can absolutely steal wins when they getting goaltending like that. But Connor Hellebuck on the other side it's been unbelievable as well. He's got a 1.60 goals against and a 950 save percentage in the playoffs. I mean, those are absolutely ridiculous numbers, even though it was only 4 games. I mean, this goaltending matchup, I think, is going to be what decides this series, and it's just going to come down to which goalie is able to steal more wins, basically.
That could very well be. I mean, Hellebuck has had the more difficulties in the playoffs than Price, but it certainly doesn't look like that's catching on this series so far against the Oilers. So if he keeps on rolling like that and Price keeps on rolling like times again, and maybe a game 7 here. When you have two goaltenders rocking like that, it usually ends up being a long series.
Yeah, for sure. The goaltending is going to be fun to watch in this one, and I think when you look at the offense, I think that Winnipeg probably has a better offensive team than what the Montreal Canadiens have. They've got more firepower up front, but Montreal just finds ways to hang around, and we saw them do that against Toronto, where they would just hang around, and then you get that great goaltending, and all of a sudden you're winning these low-scoring games and these overtime games, and you're able to steal wins. And it's going to be interesting to see if Montreal is able to keep that Jets top 6 off the board, because obviously Scheifele, Wheeler, Connor, Ehlers, the firepower, Dubois now that Winnipeg has up front, they're a team that can score goals.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned Ehlers, especially. That's at the end of this year, ever since he's come back, he's looked like unbelievable. They don't miss Laine at all.
No.
Ehlers is every bit as good, I think, as Laine right now. And overall, I mean, that third line too. We both love that third line, right?
Oh yeah.
That is. I don't think Montreal. That's one area where I think Montreal could have some trouble. Is that third line is so underrated for what it does for that Winnipeg team.
Yeah, for sure. And we had a lot of questions about Winnipeg's defense, but it seems like as bad as they look on paper, or where they don't have the big names, they seem to just play well as a unit. And then when you get goaltending like that behind them, it really doesn't matter that they don't really have the big names on defense, because they just find a way to keep the puck out. And they were actually a very good they were a very good defensive team as far as goals against go this year, despite not having the decor on paper that you look at and go, wow, that's a good team defensively. They still found ways to keep the puck out, and they seem to do it as a unit with everybody trying to play to their strengths.
Yeah, Paul Maurice is a great coach, and and they just have players with that mindset to get back for their defensemen. The line we just talked about, Lowry, Kopp, even their top line guys, Scheifele, Wheeler, all of those guys are very responsible to get back. So they have an easy open man for their defense to pass it to. When you do that, then your defense on paper can tend to look a lot better, for sure. The thing is, you also exert a lot of energy doing that. So it's a little more difficult to do in a 7-game series in the playoffs to play, to always be at top speed to get back to that spot. So that'll be interesting to see against Montreal, because Montreal does have, I think, the better defense in this on paper anyways. I think.
Eddie, Isaac, Brian, Matthew, Mark, welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Great to see everybody in the chat. Really, really appreciate you guys all stopping in as we're getting ready for puck drop here between the Canadiens and the Jets. Brian, what is going on, buddy? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, both of these teams can roll all 4 lines, Avi. Absolutely, they do roll all 4 lines. You're gonna see everybody getting ice time in this series. They're what a lot of their little bit lacking in superstar power, they make up for in just overall team play and hard work. And like you said, Montreal has that warrior mentality where they just kind of go in, do all the little things, and are relying on good defense and goaltending to get themselves out of series. And then Winnipeg, I mean, they just handled Edmonton in that first round, and they get great goaltending as well, which makes a massive difference with Hellebuck in goal. And they're another team that just finds ways to win, and they've got some good talent, but especially in that top 6 forwards group. But they have to grind out a lot of their wins, and I think both of these teams play that way.
Yeah, here's an interesting thing. As a whole, who do you like? Edmonton really did outplay Winnipeg in a few of those games and lost. Maybe you could even say 3. Hellebuck really did, right? In Montreal, as far as Montreal, did Toronto really outplay Montreal in as many of those games? Would you say? Or do you think Montreal did outplay Toronto in most of those games?
I think a lot of the time Toronto outplayed Montreal, especially early in that series. I think Montreal just kind of capitalized on their chances and were a lot better at finding ways to put the puck in the net than what Toronto just couldn't get the puck past Carey Price. But I think Toronto was the more offensive, higher pace, better team for a good amount of that series, but Montreal just found the ways to win and was able to take advantage of their scoring opportunities where Toronto was not able to.
Yeah, and I mean, Campbell got out-dueled.
No doubt about that. Absolutely. Carey Price stole that series.
Yeah, quite a bit. I would say so too. And Toronto wasn't the same after Tavares went down. Let's face it, they weren't. They just weren't. They weren't the same team. They didn't have the same pushback. They didn't have the same. Although Marner started looking nervous on the ice, I have a feeling Marner was injured too. He wasn't playing as usually. Like, he's a pretty grindy guy. He's not a perimeter player, really. Marner's not afraid to get.
Marner's and Matthews they combined for 1 goal in that series. You're not going anywhere with those guys combining for 1 goal. Nylander was the only of the big 4 to show up.
Yeah, that's why I really think that it may come out down the road that Marner was injured in some way, because he just wasn't playing the way he normally does as far as getting into the spots and fighting for those spaces. I don't see that as not caring or all of this stuff you're hearing about Marner. He's just not that type of guy. He's a pretty he usually plays pretty tough and gets into those spots. I have a feeling he was probably injured, but Nylander looked fantastic all the way through. Absolutely, he looked great.
Oh yeah, Nylander had a great series, but Marner and Matthews were not even close to the level that they needed to be at. And Carey Price, I mean, turned into playoff Carey Price. And it's funny how even after he had a bad regular season this year, he was not good in the regular season.
No.
But it was funny. Like, he goes, as soon as those playoffs come around, he just is able to make that switch and go right into playoff mode and really just become that top level goaltender again. And it's going to be interesting to see if that can carry over into this series as well, and if he can keep playing at that level on a consistent basis week after week.
Yeah.
Logan, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype in for Logan. Yoshi Bros, Mikhail, Banji, Lori, welcome in. Justin Holl was horrible for the Leafs. I mean, well, when you're relying on Justin Holl to be one of your top defensemen, well, that says a lot right there.
And that really is the big thing here, right? Campbell, I don't think played poorly. There was one particular goal that was pretty bad, but the defense just wasn't. The defense was what the defense was, and it never was great. And you can get away with it in the regular season, but in the playoffs you can't. I thought they would
getting hurt. Muzzin getting hurt was massive.
That was devastating, absolutely. Yeah. Maybe even more devastating than Tavares, really.
Potvan, what is going on? Chevelle, welcome in. Thank you for being here. We're getting ready for puck drop, just a couple minutes away. Neimer, what is going on? I mean, Seattle only moved up 1 spot. They were originally set as they had the 3rd highest chance, so they were set to pick number 3. They just moved. Them and Anaheim just switched at 2 and 3. Buffalo stayed at 1. The draft lottery, literally nothing changed except for Seattle and Anaheim just flipping spots at 2 and 3. Everything else stayed the exact same order that it was supposed to be. So very uneventful draft lottery, especially compared to what we saw last year. This one had basically no changes. Nolan, what is going on? Logan, Fire Strike. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. I certainly hope so, Mikhail. Hopefully before that. At the rate we're going, hopefully it's before that. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We are getting very, very close to puck drop. Just about ready to go. This should be a good one. Winnipeg coming off a sweep. Montreal coming off a 7-game upset. And it's going to be interesting to see with, like, one team having a week off and a really long layoff between series. And then you've got the Canadiens who haven't had any break. They're just keep playing every other night. They're still in the flow of things. It'll be interesting to see which one kind of wins out here in game number 1. Daily Sports Talk, what is going on? Welcome. Mathman, what is going on? Welcome, welcome. Ian, welcome in. Winnipeg is at home. Montreal is on the road. Jets are the higher seed. So they are your home team to start this series in games 1 and 2. Carey Price has a 2.24 goals against average in these playoffs. Connor Hellebuck has a 1.6. So Connor Hellebuck has been the best goaltender in the Stanley Cup playoffs so far. He's only had to play 4 games because they won all 4 against Edmonton. He also had a .950 save percentage in that series, which is absolutely unbelievable. Carey Price, not too bad himself at .932. But Hellebuck's numbers in round number 1 were just absolutely unbelievable. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here if you know that level of play for these two goaltenders carries over into this series.
Yes, absolutely. That's going to be the story for sure. No doubt about it. Everybody's watching to see. And for Hellebuck, I mean, this has got to be, you know, the biggest challenge for him. I'm sure that, you know, Price is kind of an idol of his to a certain degree, although they're sort of the same age. But it's his challenge to say, I'm in that Hall of Fame goaltender category, and going against what will be a Hall of Fame goaltender. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it's going to be some pretty low-scoring games.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Kyle, what is going on? Welcome. Will, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It'll start when the puck is dropped. Hello, it's Pop. So we got Carey Price in the net here for the Canadiens. We've got Connor Hellebuck in net here for the Winnipeg Jets. And we are
550 first line work.
Yep. We got a few fans in the building here for Winnipeg. Some healthcare workers, vaccinated healthcare workers making up the crowd of about 500 here. And we are into the offensive zone. We are underway. The Canadiens dump it in first. Jets trying to move it out. Game 1 has begun. Moved up now through the neutral zone. Canadiens get possession back. We are underway. The North Division second round has started. Moved up now through neutral ice. Dumped into the offensive end. Here comes Josh Anderson for the Canadiens. Around behind, Derek Forbert pokes it away, and the Jets are able to clear the zone. Moved up now, Winnipeg. Adam Lowry chips it deep in behind. That one's sent around the boards. Kept in by Morrissey. Winnipeg trying to get set up in the offensive zone now. About 45 seconds into the first period. Jay, what is going on? Officer, what's going on? Donna, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. This one gets taken now. Winnipeg trying to work it back out of their zone. They move it to the middle. Taken here by Kyle Connor to Scheifele. Back to Connor into the offensive end. Trying to get it through the D, but Weber comes over and plays it for Montreal. They chip it out. Jake Evans. Taken now. Moved up right back through the neutral zone. Winnipeg back to the Montreal end. Weber has to go back to get it. He's going to look for a breakout pass here. D to D out of the zone now through neutral ice. Stolen back by the Jets, though. Here they come. Not able to get it cleanly into the offensive zone. So they'll have to tag up and then dump it in. Taken again by Shea Weber. He goes D to D once again and moves the puck up now. Montreal trying to get it in, but not able to. Kopp keeps it out there for the Jets, and now they come back the other way. Toffoli takes a hit there. Winnipeg coming in on the forecheck. It's moved out, though, by Montreal. Jets will have to regroup at their own blue line. Moved up quickly now into the offensive zone. Here's Dubois. Backhand pass into the middle. Doesn't connect. Just a little behind the guy streaking to the net. And now the Canadiens come back the other way, but Caulfield can't get it through Logan Stanley. Stanley to Pullman. Moved up the wall now, and Edmondson can't keep it in the blue line. So he goes D to D to Petrie. Petrie will dump it back in now as the Canadiens get onside. Long shot in from the point there. That one gets deflected down and stopped. Moved up now into the offensive zone. Here comes Winnipeg. They get a shot off Carey Price with a save. Rebound goes behind the net. And Montreal plays it up the wall, but not able to get it out of the zone. Kept in here, and then it deflects up and out of play. We'll have an offensive zone face-off here for the Winnipeg Jets. 17:29 to go in the first, and we are still scoreless getting going in this one.
Yeah, Montreal quite obviously is trying to make this into a dump and chasey type game, good road game where, and Winnipeg is going to try to counter that because they don't want to be getting into a dump and chase game with Montreal here for sure.
No, absolutely. Winnipeg wants to push the pace and get those offensive guys moving up and down the ice for sure. When you've got a top line like Connor Scheifele and Wheeler, I mean, you wanna get those guys moving with the puck and get them setting each other up for sure. It's taken now. Kyle Connor into the offensive zone. His shot gets deflected on the way through off the stick of Ben Sherratt, and that goes up into the netting. 17:09 remaining. Offensive zone face-off again for Winnipeg coming up. Avatar, what is going on? Mattman, thank you. Really appreciate that.
I noticed also they're hiding Ehlers down there with Lowry on the third line to start this. That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. I wonder if they're trying to spread it out a little bit and get some scoring out of that third line. So that one gets moved up and cleared now. Canadiens back to the neutral zone, taken by Josh Morrissey. Takes it now. Dimitri, what is going on? Frankie, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Good to see you in the chat. So this gets moved up now. Canadiens back to the neutral zone. Winnipeg takes it. Not able to get it deep, though. Here comes Montreal back the other way into the offensive end. Kotkaniemi sends it down to Paul Byron. Byron takes a hit but leaves it in the corner. Kotkaniemi on the forecheck after it. Lowry muscles it up the wall, but it's kept in at the blue line. Petrie with a long shot there. And they score! Deflected in on a shot from Jeff Petrie. It looks like somebody might have got a stick on it in front. I think it was Kotkaniemi. And it's 1-0 Montreal Canadiens.
Oh.
What a tip.
Just a good low shot.
Great low tippable shot from Petrie, and then Kotkaniemi puts his stick right on it. What a tip from Kotkaniemi there.
Morrissey had no idea Kotkaniemi was behind him there. No idea at all. Kotkaniemi just snuck in behind, and wow.
And
is that the first shot? Was that the first shot?
Yeah, that was Montreal's first shot of the game.
Wow.
And it's in behind Hellebuck on a gorgeous deflection there from Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and Morrissey caught looking around and had no idea that he was behind him.
Yeah, no idea. Wow. Gustafsson gets an assist. Oh, Philadelphia Flyers fans will be real happy.
Oh, boy. Nice secondary assist to pick up the free point there. 16:19 to go in the first here.
It was their second shot.
Oh, it was.
Or did they just get a shot after that? Maybe they did.
NBC just put the shot count up to 2. I think they I believe just got one, as that one's one back now. Taken here Winnipeg not able to clear it out of their zone. Caulfield back to the point, kept in at the blue line there. Montreal back in the offensive end, looking to put on some more pressure here. Jets trying to work it out of their zone. Taken and moved up now through the middle into the offensive end. Here comes Kyle Connor. In behind the D, tries to get around Sherratt. Sherratt plays the angle nicely, though, and takes the puck deep in his own zone. Sends it back around the board. Shea Weber on the other side. He takes a hit from Stastny, but moves it up, and now it's into the, or Wheeler, excuse me, into the offensive zone. Backhand shot in there easily in on,
Nice.
on Hellebuck, and now we got a big scrum going here after the whistle. And there hasn't been any of that. I mean, the series is just starting, but that came absolutely out of nowhere. Sherratt gets taken down by Wheeler in front.
This is what they need to do in Winnipeg, because this should be a tired Montreal team, right? So let's have scrums afterwards, get them exerting more energy, more energy, more energy.
Pionk and Sherratt started it, and then everyone else came in there and got involved.
Yeah. Gotta love Pionk, okay? Little guy going up to Sherratt.
What a year he's had.
Excellent.
What a year Pionk's had.
It's not even that big, and he's muscling up to Sherratt. Good. That's awesome.
Canadiens now in the offensive zone. Long shot there, blocked on the way through. Laser Gaming, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate that. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat. T. Wade, welcome into the stream. Mike and Julie, welcome into the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We've got a 1-0 lead for the Canadiens here early in game number 1. And that puck went up and out of play. We're going to have another offensive zone faceoff for Montreal coming up here. This one gets one back now. Taken by Corey Perry to the point. Kept in there by Kulak. Perry down low now, trying to work it in front. Gets it to Armia. But good job there by Hellebuck keeping it out. He was able to paddle that away. Perry gets it back, though, in front of the net. Taken there by Kopp. Kopp goes around the D and tries to move it out. Ehlers now takes it. Dubois, Ehlers, and Kopp, the line out here now for the Winnipeg Jets. As that one gets taken by Tucker Poolman up the boards. But good pinch there from Kulak. Keeps it in. Montreal still in the offensive zone. Good start to this game for the Canadiens. Pouring on pressure here. Pad saved by Hellebuck. Perry comes in again, trying to go. And they score again! Wow. Perry gets knocked down in front. But it goes by Hellebuck. And it's 2-0 Canadiens already.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look at Perry go to the net here. Perry knew he was going to get absolutely rocked there.
This is how you win playoff hockey.
Yep. He knew he was going to get crunched, and he just went there anyways.
What a pass, too, to Stahl.
Yeah.
What a pass to Stahl. He knew he was going to get hammered. He slips it right through to Eric Stahl, takes the hit from Stanley, and Stahl puts in the easy tap-in goal. And with 14:50 left in the first, Canadiens already have a 2-0 lead here. And Montreal, man, what a start for them here.
This is a Montreal team that's supposed to be tired. And they are out working and out crashing the Jets so far in this first period.
Yeah, I mean, this is what happens when you have a long layoff. Some teams respond well to it and get rested. Other teams get really rusty. And now we're going to get a penalty call here. Iconic Tuber, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype for Iconic in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Evans is taking a penalty.
Yeah, looks like Jake Evans is headed to the box here. That means Winnipeg is going to get a power play.
Oh, yeah, he went to the head there. He went to the head, yeah, that's a penalty.
He brought his arm way up like this. Absolutely. So, that was a pretty clear elbowing call there against Jake Evans. And Winnipeg's going to get a chance on the power play here to try and get this back to a 1-goal game. But this has not been the start that they were hoping for on home ice. So setting up now on the man advantage. Scheifele on the half wall, down low. Trying to get in front, shot there. That one gets blocked. Good chance there for the Jets, but the Canadiens able to keep it out, and they send it all the way down here early on the PK. Into the offensive zone now here, taken by Winnipeg. Shot and a save there by Price. That's only Winnipeg's second shot on goal. This one's now kept in by the Jets behind the net. Scheifele takes it now in the corner. Sends it again to Connor down low. Trying to move it back through everybody. Back to Scheifele, now back to the point. Scheifele to Morrissey again. Long shot there, deflected, and that one just goes wide of the post. Moved up now, kept in on the half boards. 13:25 to go here in the first. And that one is cleared all the way down by, out of the zone there for Montreal. 55 seconds left on the power play, 13:15 left in the period. We'll see what Winnipeg can get going here. They move it back in, dumped in there, all the way around the boards. Taken down in the corner. Jets trying to get this back to a one-goal game. It's been all Montreal so far. They are off to a great start in this one, up 2-0. Ehlers with it now, top of the circle, shot in there, saved by Price, and he covers it up. 32 seconds of power play time left, and Price with another stop. 12:52.
This feels like a live bet for the Jets here. I just have a feeling they're going to come back from this game. I have a feeling.
Let's see. Nick, Ian, Mike, Stock Guru, what is going on? Welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat. We got first period action here. 12:52 to go. Montreal with a 2-0 lead over the Winnipeg Jets, coming out hot in this one. Graham, what is going on? Erod, what is going on? Prosperous, welcome to the stream. 32 seconds left on the power play here for the Jets, trying to get back into this one. Need to cut this lead to 1. They're moving it now. Taken, though, by Petrie. Cleared all the way out of the zone. The penalty kill continues here. Run, Finn. What is going on? Welcome into the offensive zone. Taken here now by Ehlers. Saved there again by Price with the pad. Pionk keeps it in. Ehlers at the face-off circle. Now down to the corner, back to Pionk at the point. Now to the other side, fake a shot. Now rip one off. That one gets blocked on the way through. Power play is coming to an end. Sent in front again there, doesn't connect, and that is it. Back to 5-on-5. Jake Evans is out of the box. And it is 2-0 still Montreal as we get back to even strength action. Hey, Erwin, what is going on? Boston, what is going on? Welcome.
Yeah, dude, getting down 2-0 with Carey Price, and that's not a fun little chore to come back from.
Definitely not. As there's a long shot there. That one gets blocked down on the way through. Trying to get it out now. Here come the Canadiens up ice. Move through the middle. Taken here now. They regroup back in their own end with 11:40 to go in the first period. This one gets moved D to D. Moved up now by Weber. Dumped into the offensive zone. Over a stick there. Taken. Philip Deneau. Can't keep possession, though. Moved up. Stolen right back again, though, in the neutral zone. And Winnipeg struggling to keep possession here as Montreal's done a nice job of chopping things up a little bit and playing their style of game. That one goes high off glass. Good pinch in there, though, by Morrissey on Gallagher, but Gallagher's still able to get the puck by. And that goes all the way back down to the Winnipeg end now where they have to regroup. Boston, thank you so much. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brandon, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Great to see you here as always. We've got 10:50 to go in the first. This one gets moved out again by the Canadiens, and Logan Stanley has to go back and regroup.
Woo!
And that's going to be an icing.
Subs. Boston is gooder than the Pens. That's right.
That's going to be an icing call there as that pass doesn't connect, or maybe not. If they're going to commercial it, it's not an icing. No, all right, never mind. They were just showing highlights. I was going to say, can't go to commercial now, but
Yeah.
we're getting towards the halfway mark of this first period, and Canadians are off to about as good a start as they could have hoped for. Coming off a 7-game series win over the Leafs, and now to go up 2-0 early in the first on the Jets. I mean, you can't ask for much more if you're a Habs fan.
I guess that the Jets have to look at it is if they were going to have something like this happen, this game might be the best game to come back in.
Yeah, for sure.
They can look at it from that perspective, I guess. But
still a long way to go.
Yeah, there's still a long way to go, and there's second and third. Montreal is going to get more and more tired, you would think. So we'll see.
This one's taken now by Winnipeg through the neutral zone. Here comes Dubois into the offensive end, trying to get around the D, but they're able to hold him off there. Good play by Petrie. And now the Canadiens come out of their end, trying to duck around a hit there. And the Jets are able to take the puck back. Under 10 minutes to go now in the first. Over the red line, they dump it to the offensive zone. Sent all the way around the boards. Armia can't get it out. Back to the D now. Pass up through the middle. That one knocked down by the Jets, but taken back by Armia here. Trying to get it into the offensive zone. Stahl gets caught with something up high, but might have been a stick or I'm not exactly sure what happened there, but he was down. It's dumped in now by Winnipeg. Taken here now in the defensive zone. Moved in front. Dangerous pass there. But Weber's able to safely play it. Back to the corner. Now up the middle and out. Here come the Canadiens into the offensive zone. Evans going in on the rush there. He takes a big hit from Logan Stanley. Tried to duck out of that one. I think Stanley got mostly boards, but Evans went down. Did the job. Long shot there. That one gets covered up now by Hellebuck. No, he can't finish it. Wraparound chance. Gallagher. Not able to put it home. Gallagher gets hammered down in front, and we got a penalty here. A cross-checking call coming up. And it looks like Montreal is going to get their first power play opportunity this game. As it looks like Toninato is going to be going to the penalty box here for Winnipeg. And Montreal is going to get a man advantage here, already up by 2. That was a really good shift in the offensive zone for them, getting the puck to the net and putting on some pressure.
And that's exactly what Montreal is doing here. In every possible chance, they are going directly to the net and making things happen. Simple as that. They have the players that are willing to do it, and they're doing it. They are doing it.
That's how you win playoff hockey.
Yeah.
Aaron, what is going on? Avatar, welcome back. Lucas, welcome into the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It was close, Austin. They almost put it in, a third one in there, but their Jets were able to keep it out, but they ended up taking the cross-checking penalty. And now Montreal's going to get a man advantage opportunity here, already up 2-0 in the first. But,
and what's a great elixir for being tired? Go on the power play where you don't have to grind it out and you can pass it on the perimeter. They are getting everything going their way right now.
Absolutely. Steeler Nation, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Sabres, they definitely need it, Avatar. They definitely need it. But I want to thank everybody for being here. Really, really appreciate each and every one of you in the chat. It would mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL on this channel, so no matter what team you're a fan of, everybody is welcome and wanted here. And as you can see, I have a special guest on tonight. This is the great Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked in the description of the video if you want to check that out. It would really, really mean a lot. Perlo's got an awesome channel and a great show weekdays from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time where he covers the entire NHL. If you guys could haven't watched Perlo yet, if you want to check him out, the link again is in the description of the video. Owen Power, Brian, is the top ranked prospect right now.
Yeah, Owen Power. He looks like pretty much for sure he's going to be taken by Buffalo. Owen Power probably might have had a little bit of disappointment.
Back from commercial break here, and the Canadiens are setting up in the offensive zone now on the man advantage. 8:45 to go in the first period. They're looking to extend their lead. Working it around in the O-zone here. Cross-ice pass. That one knocked down. Good play there by Suzuki. Able to take it now. Back to the point. Playing it out here, just walking the line. Pass back to Suzuki, top of the circle, back to the blue line. Now to the top of the far circle, back to the blue line, down to the corner. They got to get something through to the net eventually here. A lot of passing here from Montreal, and eventually it comes out of the zone. Here comes Lowry on a shorthanded break. And he tucks it in! Short-handed goal on the breakaway for Adam Lowry. And we have a 2-1 game as Gustafsson turns the puck over.
Anybody live bet that? I'm telling you, Winnipeg's coming back, yo. That was a pretty little play right there.
What was that?
Look at
Pass
that.
to nobody by Gustafsson.
That, let me guess.
Then he pinches and turns it over. He is
Let me
brutal.
guess who that was.
I cannot believe that he is still in an NHL lineup. I cannot believe that Gustafsson is still in an NHL lineup. This guy is an absolute joke and has been all season.
What was he doing there? He feels Lowry right on his back. Skate out of the zone and start it all over again. What was that again?
I have no idea. He passes it to nobody in the corner. Then the puck comes back to him. He's got Lowry all over him. He just throws it off his skate and gives him a breakaway.
Unbelievable. That's from now till like he's dead. He's going to be a moniker, a name. If somebody does a bonehead move, it's going to be called the Gustafsson from now on.
It honestly should be. He has been so bad this season.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's still in an NHL lineup.
He is just an awful defenseman. $3 million for 1 year for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Oh yeah. And that one gets blocked down again. Jets send it all the way down. 17 seconds left on the power play. Winnipeg not only has almost killed off this penalty, but they also have scored a shorthanded goal to cut this back to a 1-goal game. Final seconds ticking off here. Honestly, I don't know what Ben Sherratt's doing on a power play, but he's better off out there than frickin' Gustafsson.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
And we are finally back to 5-on-5 hockey here as the Jets have killed off the penalty. And it actually worked out really well in their favor as they score the shorty and get it back to a 1-goal game. We're down to 6:40 left in the first. Hey, Grinch, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. CL's in the chat. What's going on? Welcome, welcome.
CL comes on the live show all the time. Yeah, good thing they don't have Mete anymore.
Yeah, they didn't need Mete. They could waive him, but they could trade for Gustafsson.
Yeah.
I don't know. Moved here now through the neutral zone. We're back to 5-on-5, so that might actually be a benefit for the Canadiens. But the Jets are able to take the puck back here. They move it up over the red line now, backhanded in. Kyle Connor coming in on the attack. Sent around there up the boards, trying to get it out of the Habs. Not able to, though. Good pinch there by Scheifele. He gets the puck back. Wheeler with a shot right off the outside of the post. Taken now by Montreal. Trying to clear their end. They do. They get it up and out. Down to 5:40 left in the first period. Jets go back to their own zone.
Yeah. I mean, I want to see the replay of that again. That was crazy.
Get the get the clown shoes out and the red nose for watching it at intermission.
Yeah.
Moved up now. Montreal out of their end. Suzuki to Toffoli. Back too far in front of Suzuki, but that's all right. Caulfield keeps it in. And he gets knocked off the puck, though. And the Winnipeg Jets are able to take it back. That is the thing with Caulfield is small, boy. He is small.
He is little.
Winnipeg's already knocked him off the puck a couple of times in this first period. Like that's something that when I look at small players, I look at guys like Brad Marchand and Braden Point who learned how to play with enough physicality to not be knocked off the puck, and I think that is going to be something that Cole Caulfield is going to have to learn as he develops and gets older. Is really learning that side of the game and how to not allow his size to be something that's a disadvantage in the NHL. And I think that Marchand and Braden Point is done that remarkably well in Tampa Bay, where his size is not an issue for him at all, and he actually uses it to his advantage a lot of the time. And I'm gonna love to see Caulfield kind of learn that and bring that into his game.
Yeah, they had another guy there with Saku Koivu.
Yep.
who knew how to play that low game and use his size to get as an advantage as a lower center of gravity.
Yep.
And that's what Caulfield has to do. I mean, he'll always do okay with that shot. He'll
Yeah,
always
he's
be
such a
okay.
talented player that he'll always be fine. But
Yeah.
if he learns that to use that, size and that physicality, like, you're talking about a player that can go to a whole new level at that point.
Yeah, even the one he had a guy he was compared to in his draft year in Chicago there. Why does his name leave me? When I need names, they never come. You know what I'm talking about? Chicago, little guy, little winger on Chicago.
Alex DeBrincat.
DeBrincat, yeah.
DeBrincat's another guy that doesn't let his smaller size really kind of
You barely notice that he's
Yeah.
small.
Yeah. And
But
that's
you
just
do-
something that's going to come with time and maturity and size.
You hope so, yeah.
Or strength, not really size. I mean, Caulfield's always going to be a smaller guy, but as he builds up his strength, he's going to be able to win those physical battles more.
He looks like he has a willingness to go to the places. And that's
Oh,
the main-
absolutely. Absolutely.
So, as long as you're willing to get there, then you can get the strength to get there when you want to get there.
Absolutely.
And so I think he'll be okay. But yeah, I totally agree with you. It's and that's what when there was like people were talking about the hype of Caulfield to begin with, and I'm like, well, I mean, he's not going to be able to get away with what he gets away with in junior in the NHL. So there's still a long ways to go before you can start putting him into the categories that people are putting him into right now. But I think you're right. I think he'll get there, and probably fairly quickly.
Yeah, we are coming back from commercial break here. Late stages of the first period. The Montreal Canadiens have a 2-1 lead over the Winnipeg Jets so far here in game number 1. It's been a pretty good first period. This has been a fun first period, and hopefully that continues all the way here, as that was a big shorthanded goal for Lowry. And man, nice move on the breakaway there to open up the 5-hole and then tuck it in on Price.
Yeah, I want Winnipeg to win this. So I'm hoping the coach is just patting him on the back and say, all right, it's okay, just go out and get him the next time. And, keep on playing him lots. If you could, that'd be great.
Moved up now, and that one gets deflected all the way down. And that's going to be an icing call here against Montreal with 3:40 remaining in the first. Jay, no, Montreal played on Monday night, so they did not have a 2-day break. Winnipeg had like a week off after beating Edmonton in 4. But Montreal has not really had any sort of break. They're just rolling with it and keep on playing here.
They've exerted a lot of energy in this first period. Like they've been going hard to the net. So it'll be interesting to see if they can keep that up.
As the Jets take this one now over the red line and dumped into the offensive zone. Played back here now by Brett Kulak. Moved into the middle by Morrissey. Wheeler trying to get it down low to Scheifele. It gets deflected away to the corner, though. Taken here now by the Canadiens, trying to work it out of the zone. Moved in down here. Scheifele with it. 3 minutes to go in the first period. Winnipeg in the offensive zone trying to get this thing tied up. They would love to get this tied before the end of the period and go to the intermissions even here. Obviously, Canadiens looking to extend the lead. Here's a 2-on-1 on the bank pass. Thrown in there. And they put it home. Nick Suzuki gets it behind Hellebuck. And another defensive breakdown here for the Winnipeg Jets. And Montreal goes up 3-1.
That's crazy.
In behind everybody. Suzuki.
That was a sick move by Suzuki, though.
Oh yeah, gorgeous move there by Suzuki, but that whole thing originated with the stretch pass. And they both got in behind everybody there for Winnipeg and ended up being an easy 2-on-1 from the blue line in. And Suzuki's able to finish it off and puts Montreal back up by 2 here late in the first period. That is a big goal for the Canadiens.
Yep.
What a period for Montreal here. What a period for Montreal. This team This team is dangerous. When you get goaltending like you're getting from Carey Price, and then you have the just go out, grind it out, and win at all costs attitude that Montreal is playing with right now, this is a dangerous team.
Yeah, I have to agree. Winnipeg doesn't seem to know what to do either.
Taken now down in the corner. Jets trying to get back in on the forecheck. JV, what is going on? Welcome. Home of Hockey, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Brian, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys all for watching. Really, really appreciate it. We're down under 2 minutes now to go in the first period. Here comes Josh Anderson stealing the puck on the forecheck. Montreal, and no goal. Puck goes in, but it's immediately waved off. It looks like Kotkaniemi is going to pick up a goaltender interference penalty here. They immediately wave this off, and Kotkaniemi is headed to the penalty box.
Yeah.
So let's see exactly what happened. He goes right in behind Hellebuck. I don't know. Where was he going there? Other than in the net.
He's just going to the net. He's just going to the net.
He had nowhere to go with Stanley also in front, and he just kind of runs right into the back of Hellebuck there.
Yeah. Not the greatest move, but I'd rather see players doing that than sitting in the perimeter like
well, you don't want to Jeff Skinner, that's for sure.
Well, I mean,
you don't want to never go to the net, but that one, Kotkaniemi just he just went right into the blue paint there behind Hellebuck and just kind of got in the way,
Yeah, he was just going to the net, and I think by the time he went around Stanley, he was like, "Oh, I don't really know what I'm." Okay.
Yeah, I think he got there and then he was like, "Oh boy, where am I gonna go from here?"
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, but I am very surprised by this period. If you told me that Montreal is going to be up 3-1 in the first, I would have been. Yeah, it's a surprising playoff so far.
It has been for sure. Yes, I did see that, Nick. Yeah, so Kotkaniemi with a little bit of goaltender interference there, got a little lost in the crease and ran into Hellebuck. But, I mean, that's going to give Winnipeg a chance now. But, man, you got to say, what a period for the Montreal Canadiens. I was not expecting this. And
I have to say, I was not expecting this at all. Not at all. Crazy.
They have come out flying.
Oh, I got some subscribers. Thank you very much, everybody. I just went to check it out. Thank you very much for subscribing. Awesome. I mean, you guys are great.
Kotkaniemi just had he went in, but he went in knowing that he had nowhere to go once he got there, and he still went in. But I mean, going to the net's better than not. So I guess you'll take it. And
yeah, I'll take that over what we've seen with a lot of other players.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd rather have my player go to the net and get a penalty than not go to the net, because you're never going to score goals not going to the net. So we'll see if Winnipeg can take advantage of it here. Oh, what big save there by Price getting across. Kept in the zone, though. 1.5 minutes to go on the power play. Down to 1:15 left in the first period, though. Jets trying to cut it back to a one-goal game. Montreal trying to kill this one off. Moved up now, and Armia is able to clear it to the blue line, but not out. He'll try again, and this time he sends it all the way down. Good job on the kill there. Hellebuck comes out to play it. Down behind the net now, Neil Pionk takes it. 47 seconds to go in the first period. Jets back on the rush. Kopp into the offensive zone. He gets laid out crossing into the offensive end there. But it's kept in by the Jets, though. Good support. Back to the point now. Pionk to Ehlers. Shot in there. That one gets blocked wide. 30 seconds to go in the first. Sent around to the other side. Now back to the point. Pionk with a bomb. That one gets blocked again on the way through. Good penalty killing here from the Canadiens. Moved into the middle. Great job there. Everybody swarms to the puck. Rebound chance gets blocked out. Here comes Montreal back the other way. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Into the offensive zone. Evans with a shot that just goes wide. Final 5 seconds of the first here. Kept in by Weber. He takes a hit. And that is going to do it. The horn sounds. And we are at the end of the first period. 16 seconds of power play time will carry over for Winnipeg. into the second period, but this period was all about the start for the Montreal Canadiens as they are out to a 3-1 lead here over the Jets in game number 1. And wow, I was not expecting this, that's for sure. What a start to this game for the Canadiens, and they are picking up right where they left off with after winning Game 7 and carrying that momentum here right into the start of this series.
Yeah, I'm speechless. I didn't see this coming at all.
I didn't either.
I didn't see this. I knew they were going to come out hard in the first, but yeah, they're getting some bounces, but it's not just that. It's they look like
mm-hmm.
like they are going to win the game before, like in their faces and what they do. You know, I got to say, I was kind of crapping on the coach from Montreal, and you know, sometimes you have to swallow your pride and say you were wrong, and I was wrong. This team is prepared here,
Mm-hmm.
no doubt about that.
And
no doubt about that.
They're playing with the kind of attitude and style that you need to win in the playoffs. And
yeah.
I mean, they're grinding along the boards. They're winning puck battles. They've played physically. They're going to the net, which I think is the biggest thing, is that they're just going to the net. They're getting pucks on net, and they're scoring some dirty goals and some deflection goals, and they're doing what it takes to win in the postseason. And I will say this, Winnipeg looked in that first period like they hadn't played in a week. It was a sluggish start for the Winnipeg Jets, and I think that Winnipeg is going to get better as this game goes on, as they get their legs back under them.
I agree, but I mean, you imagine that we just saw Colorado look like it didn't even faze them,
mm-hmm.
right? And there's really no excuse. I mean, you have a week off, but
I think it affects different teams differently.
But I think it's just preparation. There's got to be a preparation involved that keeps you into the keeps you in it or something. I'm not sure. I'm pretty, like I said, I'm pretty speechless here. I'm really surprised Montreal is doing what they're doing there. It's starting to be looking like one of those Cinderella teams.
Yeah.
That could go really, really far in these playoffs. Now, I will say one thing though, and he keeps on proving it over and over and over and over again. It's getting to the point where we got to start putting Corey Perry as one of the greatest leaders ever in the game, I think.
And I mean, he just a guy that just shows up especially in the playoffs, and a guy that shows up in the big moments. I mean,
yeah.
Perry's been doing it for how long? And you know, he's always been a good playoff performer. He always just kind of plays with that energy, plays with that effort level. Like, you never have to worry about Corey Perry not showing up in a big game or in a big playoff series, or just, you know, even when he's not, like, obviously late in his career now, he's not putting up 40, 50 goals a season like he did in his prime with the Ducks or anything like that, but he still brings so much to the table from even now a depth standpoint, as a guy that goes to the net, a guy that can still has such good hands in and around the net. Such a good ability to score on rebounds and get in the goaltender's face. He can still agitate with the best of them, which he's been able to do his entire career. He still plays with a very physical edge to his game. He brings a lot in that third line role now, third or fourth line, that even though, you know, he's not that top guy anymore, he still brings a lot. And I remember when the Canadiens signed Perry in the offseason, and there were so many people kind of like laughing at them and talking about how useless Corey Perry is now. If you think Corey Perry is useless, you don't know very much about the game of hockey.
Did you not watch Dallas?
Yeah, you don't know very much about the game of hockey if you think Corey Perry is useless, because he brings a ton to this team, and he brought a ton to the Dallas Stars in the playoffs last year, and he's been doing it his entire career.
Yeah, I mean, look you think about those old Anaheim teams. You had
Oh, they were
Corey
awesome.
Perry, Getzlaff, and
Getzlaff.
Pronger.
Yep.
Pronger and Perry on the same team. That is freaking nutso.
I love
Uh,
those old Anaheim teams. Those late
oh yeah,
2000s, early 2010s Ducks teams, I mean, they were tough as nails and they could score and they could run you out of the building physically. And I mean, they were awesome to watch.
yeah. Um, and anybody out there that thrashes Berkey, he built that team. Brian Burke,
Oh
right?
yeah.
Brian
Brian
Burke,
Burke's a fantastic
hockey mind,
GM and just front office management person in general. I mean, he's
absolutely
been
no doubt.
successful in so many
Yeah,
different teams, and he's gonna do it again with Pittsburgh.
absolutely.
Him and Hextall in Pittsburgh are gonna do a great job.
I think so too. Absolutely. I think that was a great combination to put together there for those guys. But he built that Anaheim team, and that Anaheim team was fun to watch and stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible. That to Nick Suzuki toe drag was absolutely nasty, no doubt about it.
Oh
The
yeah.
the confidence that that kid has is incredible. And yeah, it was a beautiful. The patience. He just sat there. Was he was almost on one skate, like going backwards, waiting for his spot to put it in there. That takes a lot of the IQ on that is amazing. That was a fantastic goal.
Oh yeah. I mean, just the for a kid that young to
Yeah.
have that level of confidence and that level of patience to pull off a move like that. I mean, how many guys would just go in there and just immediately shoot the puck? They would get to the hash marks and just shoot it. But for him to drag around the goaltender like that, literally keep the puck on his stick almost until he's to the goal line, and then just
Yep.
tuck it in the post.
Yep.
Um,
I would say 95, maybe even 98% of the players in the league would have put that into the pads.
yeah, absolutely.
Somewhere around it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I mean, I've loved him for the past couple of years. I think he's a
Oh,
really phenomenal young player that is going to have a really, really good career in the NHL.
Slapshot Sweethearts decide to show up real
Hey,
quick.
what's going
Man,
on, Slapshot Sweethearts? Bo Bear,
Angela
what is going on? Angela, Spencer, Samuel, welcome in.
Avatar.
THG, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Really, really appreciate it. No, Nick, this is the only game that I'm doing tonight. Um, yeah, the late games on weeknights are tough, so we'll be doing double headers. I think this weekend. I think Saturday I'm doing both games. Not sure about Sunday yet, but yeah, the 10 o'clock starts here for during the week is tough when I have a lot to do the next day. Jeff is here. What is going on? Welcome. Yeah, 3-1 Montreal. They've gotten off to a really, really good start here. They had a heck of a period.
Yeah, I'm starting to be a believer. It's taken a while.
Yeah.
I never saw it coming. I'll be the first to admit it. No, I didn't see Montreal doing what they're doing here for sure. They are looking absolutely amazing. Wow. And I have some guys that cappers that I knew that were telling me Montreal's going to win that series against Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, and they're really like not guys that just kind of are Montreal fans, so they say that. I very well respect it. So I was like, wow, if you say Montreal might win, like they're not just going to go throw that out there. And sure enough, they were right. Like, wow, incredible.
Mm-hmm.
And now look at them against Winnipeg. Which Winnipeg team is nothing to. This is a stacked team. This is a really solid team, and they're outplaying them like crazy right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be fun to see how this series goes. I think it's gonna be a tough series. I don't think that this is gonna be one-sided either way. Um,
Uh,
but
I
I've
think it's
been
going to go 7-5.
thoroughly, thoroughly impressed with the Montreal Canadiens here. in this first period for sure.
Yeah, what is the coach's name here for Montreal again? I always forget. I
Dom
gotta remember.
Ducharme.
Ducharme. I'm gonna give him a written apology. I'm sure he's gonna love to hear
Yeah.
it. I'm sure he'll be right waiting at the door for Perlo's apology. But no, I got to eat my words, man. This team is on all cylinders for this game and just ripping it up. And that's coaching too, right?
Yep.
No
Yeah,
doubt
I mean
about it.
that level of preparation and being ready to go from the get-go, that I mean I think that the coach deserves credit for, because that's the way that it, you know, the coach plays a big part in that motivation and that preparation heading into a game.
Yeah. Yeah. I know when he didn't play Caulfield, I was a little bit, but then I thought, I kind of get it because you means to be at war in the playoffs and all that kind of stuff like that. I think that's what he was doing there.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, that's exactly what it was, and that's exactly what you see here. A lot of us he took a lot of ribbon for not putting Caulfield in there, but you get it now. You get it. Yeah, this team is thriving. These veterans are showing these young guys what it means. Perry certainly always does. Perry always shows when you got a 37-year-old guy going in there like he did and taking that hit to pass it to Stahl.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to do it yourself, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, talk about leading by example.
Yeah.
That was a great play by Corey Perry.
Oh, Rask has got a lingering injury. I don't think that's going to hurt all that much. I really do think if they do put the kid in, it's going to be fine.
Yeah, I don't know what's Cassidy was talking about it the other day. He said that there's something lingering there with Rask, but Rask hasn't even been close to the problem for the Bruins. I mean, the Bruins it's been a close game in every one that they've been in. That, even the losses have been close, and obviously if it's something that gets worse, it's going to become a bigger issue. But I think they'd be fine with Swayman as well. I'm not overly worried about it.
No. Do I think I don't understand why they're okay? Maybe you can help me out. Why would you not give Granato another chance in Buffalo next year? I thought they looked really good. Unless Granato doesn't want to be an NHL coach, I don't
know. I don't know. I usually find myself I don't. I usually find myself saying I don't know when asking about what the Buffalo Sabres are doing.
True that. True. Yeah. That's true.
Nicholas, yes, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype for Mike Vincent in the chat. New subscriber. Welcome to the channel, Mike. Thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Yes, Price has been unreal in these playoffs.
Yeah. But in this game, I can't really say, although that one save was fantastic, that blocker save.
That blocker save coming across was massive, yes.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he's the reason why they're winning.
No, he wasn't really tested much in that first period. Montreal just kind of controlled the game in that first.
Yeah, Montreal is just putting their body right into the spots needed to score. Absolutely. And they are not worried about what happens afterwards. Yeah, and that's how you say it all the time, and it's certainly true that's how you win in the playoffs. It's proven over and over and over again. The Dallas Stars last year got outshot a lot, but when it came right down to it, Corey Perry was on that team. They were doing that. Everybody was doing that on that team.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Captain Burden, thank you so much for subscribing. Everybody coming over from Slapshot Sweethearts, thank you, thank you, thank you. Big play, Slay. Troy, Alex, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much to the Slapshot Sweethearts for sending them over. That is absolutely awesome, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. We're at the first intermission between Montreal and Winnipeg, game number 1. Jets have 16 seconds of power play time carrying over into the second period. However, the Canadiens out to a 3-1 lead here after the first period. They have had a heck of a start. So welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. I cover the entire NHL on this channel, so fans of every team are welcome and wanted. It would really mean a lot if you could hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Really helps the channel a ton. And I'll be streaming all playoffs long. I am joined by a special guest here tonight. It is the great Perlo Wisdom. Hockey B knows Perlo. Yes, we're doing the game together here tonight. It's been a lot of fun so far. And Perlo's channel is linked in the description of the video if you guys want to check out Perlo's channel. He has some great hockey content on there. So it would really mean a lot if you could check that out. Dozy, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat. Looks like Dozy subscribes. Alex, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Mike, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Officer Gaming, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Just chillin', they dropped 1 spot. That's far from getting scammed in the draft lottery. It's literally a lottery for a reason, so things can change. And that was literally the only thing that changed, was they dropped 1 spot. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah, and that spot, there's about 4 people that are four players that are about equal in skill. So I don't think they're going to be too hurting out of that. No. So that's pretty good. I'm going to grab another coffee, and I want to thank everybody who's heading over to mine and subscribing too. Awesome. Thank you very much. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab another coffee.
Hey, WTA, thank you so much. More coming in from the Slapshot Sweethearts raid. Thank you. Puck Viral, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Angela just subscribed. Thank you. Yes, I do. Alex. I do think that the Avalanche are going to win that series. Hey, thank you, Austin. Really appreciate that. What is going on, everybody in the chat? We are getting ready for the start of the second period. It's been a fun game so far. I'm hoping that the next 40 minutes are just as good. But that was a solid first period. Montreal came out flying, and they're off to a really good start here. Got the itch. I don't remember. That's a great question. I have to go back and look at that because I don't remember off the top of my head. Angela, welcome to membership. Thank you so much. Let's get some new member hype in the chat for Angela. Just became a star member on the channel. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Alex, what are you talking about? They're my second favorite team. I have no idea what you're talking about. I think they have as good a shot as anybody, Mark. Absolutely. Cheyenne, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Angela, the Habs completely dominated that first period. Carrie Price, thank you so much for subscribing. Yin, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for our new subscribers. We are getting ready for period number 2 here. And thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to all the new subs. We are getting ready for puck drop here to begin the second period. Jets have a little bit of carryover power play time coming here, and that one is won back by Montreal, though they send it all the way in. Down to only 7 seconds left on the power play. Thank you guys all so much for watching. We are ready to go now. Period number 2 has begun. Clock is ticking down, and that is going to be it for the man advantage. Moved up now. Jets into the offensive zone. That one goes wide of Price, but we are back to 5-on-5 hockey, and we're going to get a whistle as that puck goes out of play. Just 22 seconds in here.
Winnipeg's got to do what Montreal is doing now. They got to get to the net just like that. They're shooting way too much from the outside. Price is going to knock those down like nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. That's something that, the Jets had some shots, but they didn't have a lot of quality chances in that first period, and a lot of the shots are coming from way too far out. Price is going to stop those every time. They've got to get that puck in deep, and they've got to get some bodies and pucks into the crease area and in front of the net, because if you're shooting from, 25, 30 feet out every time like that, like Blake Wheeler just did, Price is going to make that save every time. But this is what the Jets need more of, is getting to that rebound, keeping the puck in, and getting a second opportunity out of it.
Yeah. If they can get a rebound out of it,
Yeah, you got to get rebounds out of it.
Price doesn't give up rebounds too much. That's the thing,
Minute into the second here. Dumped in again by the Jets, goes all the way around. Taken now, Montreal with it, dumped into the offensive zone. Deneau down to the corner. And on the forecheck now, Pullman able to send it up, though, for the Jets. Ehlers falls down, turns the puck over now. Kotkaniemi in the neutral zone, back into the offensive end. Gets that one down now. Paul Byron in the corner. Around Pullman, keeps possession. Now back to the point. Petrie with a long shot there. That one goes wide. Jets come back the other way now, trying to send a pass through to Kopp, but it doesn't connect. And that is going to be a stoppage here and an icing call against Winnipeg. Montreal will have an offensive zone face-off here with 18:25 to go in the second.
Do you see that last shot from Connor? Price is like staring him down as he shoots it. Like, are you kidding me?
This
buddy?
is a very confident Carey Price right now.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looking at him like, really? Like, why even bother shooting?
Face-off now, taken by Joel Armia. Canadiens trying to get set up in the offensive zone. Corey Perry with it now. Back to Armia behind the net. Moved around to the corner. He has Eric Stahl helping out as well. He goes to the far post. Now down to Stahl behind the net, looking for a pass out. Just sends it to Perry, who takes it. Gets it back to Stahl in the corner now. 2 minutes into the second period here. Canadiens trying to pick up where they left off in the first and add to the lead. I don't really have one, Alex.
I'm a Jays fan, if you want to know.
Yeah,
I'm here nor there, though. Like, if the Jays lose, I don't lose any sleep.
Like, if baseball's on, I'll casually throw it on and probably do something else while the game's going on. But I don't like sit down and intently watch baseball at all or really follow it that closely.
Yeah, like I was telling you before, I play poker while the game's on.
Yeah. Lorne, what is going on? Welcome.
Lorne!
Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat.
Yeah, he wasn't on. I don't think he was on this afternoon. I missed him. He's usually always on, probably doing something important, I guess.
Profion says, go Expos.
Go Expos.
Yeah, there we go. Must be from, I would assume from Montreal.
Or just making fun of the fact that they don't have a team anymore. No, the Expos live in Guerrero. Unfortunately in Toronto, but I still love the Expos. That's when I did like baseball, because I was young and you go to the games and you have the hot dogs.
This is...
Who was that?
Perot's down.
Oh, Perot, okay.
Perot is down. And this looks like a knee.
Yeah, he's not putting any weight on
He's putting zero weight on his left leg. He was holding his knee when he was down. This looks like a knee for Matthew Perot here. Did he block a shot? Oh, right off the... Oh, I can feel that. Oh, right off the inside of the knee. Oh, right where the shin guard stops.
I
can feel that through the TV.
Oh, I've had something.
Yeah, one of the absolute worst spots to get hit in all of shot blocking.
The pain is excruciating.
And it shuts like your whole leg down. It just shuts your whole leg down when you get hit there.
I was fortunate to never have cracked a kneecap.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't imagine what that pain would be like, because I've been hit there and you think you cracked it immediately. Like, that's it. My kneecap's gone. I don't have one.
Oh, I could
That's
feel that
terrible.
through the TV.
Yeah,
Oh, such a bad spot to get hit, but well,
yeah,
hopefully it's just a bruise and Perreault's able to come back after getting that looked at. But man, that is a bad spot on the inside of the leg like that. But
yeah.
Montreal's back in their own zone now. Hey, Brian, thank you, appreciate that. Um,
Perot's
yeah,
a pretty tough dude, though. I think if
yeah,
he's getting off like that, not good.
yeah. So I remember Jose Theodore. Absolutely, Jeff. He played for
Oh yeah,
Montreal. He won the Vezina with
Colorado
Montreal.
traded for Patrick Waugh.
Yep, he played with the Florida Panthers for a little while. He played for the Washington Capitals, I think, for 1 year. Um,
It was Taylor that was traded for Waugh, right? Did I have that right? Or was it no?
no, I
No,
don't
it
think
wasn't
so.
Taylor. It wasn't
No.
Taylor. I get the two mixed up all the time.
Well,
It starts with a
no.
T. It started with a T.
Was it
I thought it
Tebow?
was Taylor. Tebow doesn't sound right.
No, I don't know.
Okay, just wait. I'll look it up. Either that or one of the people in the chat will come up with it.
Yeah, they probably someone who know. I think wasn't it Jocelyn Tebow?
Could have been. I always mix the two up.
I don't
And
know.
I don't know
Someone
why.
in the chat will tell us and call us dumb if we're wrong.
Yeah, Taylor was better than Tebow. It was Tebow.
It was Jocelyn Tebow. I thought
Jocelyn Tebow. Taylor Tebow, I get them mixed up. Taylor was better than Tebow.
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Didn't Jose Theodore win MVP 1 year?
Something like that.
So, wasn't it like 2002? He had some like ridiculously insane season.
He was a really good goaltender.
He was really good. He was small, but he was really good.
Yeah. It was Tebow. That's right. Yeah, that's got to be tough, eh? Getting traded for Patrick Waugh to go to Montreal. Like, holy crap.
Yeah. Moved here now, taken by Deneau, trying to work it out of the zone. Taking now Gallagher. And when this goes to commercial break, I know he won a Vezina trophy. He won one Vezina trophy. I'm not sure if he also won MVP that year too. But I think it was 2002. He had like an absolutely nuts season for the Canadiens. So it gets moved up now, cleared out to the neutral zone. Taken here by Winnipeg. 15 minutes to go in the second period. They bring it into the offensive end. Still down 3-1 here to Montreal. Trying to work it out now. Into the offensive end now. Armia trying to get it deep to Perry. Good job standing up though by Pionk. Taken though now by Stahl, who sends it around the boards. Pinched in and kept by Kulak. Offensive zone for Montreal down in the corner. Sent all the way down there, and that's going to be an icing call here against the Jets. Montreal getting offensive zone face-off out of it. All right, Jose Theodore.
He was the first NHL goalie to directly score a goal and record a shutout in the same game.
I want to see his awards page. Oh, God, the game's back. Come on,
yeah,
NHL.
won a Vezina in 2002.
Vezina.
Won the Hart Memorial Trophy in 2002.
So he won the Vezina and the Hart in 2002.
Yeah.
Unreal season.
He only played in 2 All-Star games. Obviously, 2002.
2002.
And 2004.
Yep.
And
So
he
both
won the
with
Bill Masterton in 2010.
both with Montreal when he made the All-Star game then. I remember him not being as good after he left Montreal.
Yeah, well, he went to Colorado.
He went to Colorado.
And the Colorado wasn't that good yet at that time.
He played for Florida, I think, for a short time.
That was the last place he was at.
That was the last place he played. Did he play in Washington?
He posted a 2.46 and a .917 that year.
Oh, that's actually not. That's pretty good, actually.
He has a lifetime 9.09 at a 2.68. Not too bad.
No, those are decent numbers. Good hit there by Lowry on the forecheck, but the Canadiens are able to move it out. We've got under 14 to go here in the second period. Jets are back in their own zone now. I do not have NHL 21 Profi on. I don't really have a lot of time to play video games, so I don't have any of the new ones. Oh, what a glove save there by Price. Oh, Winnipeg in on the rush, and Carey Price is in Carey Price form. Then he's going to glove that one and cover it. Perreault's back already.
Oh my gosh.
Storm, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Perreault's back on the ice already, man.
Yeah, Perreault's back. So, yeah. That's one of those shots off the inside that hurt really bad when it first happens, but once it starts to go away, you're actually all right.
Yeah, but it feels like you shattered your kneecap.
Yeah.
I know, I've had it happen before. But still, I don't know if I'd be coming back quite
Perreault's back out there. Price with a ridiculous glove save there, Austin.
They obviously froze that. They froze it. I mean, it didn't crack or nothing like that, but they froze it so he didn't feel the pain. They had to. Oh my gosh. Crazy. He's one tough.
They might have given him a shot of something. They could have just numbed the whole area, possibly.
Probably, yeah. Numbed it or whatever, yeah. Yeah. But he is tough. He's not a big guy, but he plays every game and he plays tough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, Winnipeg's time's running out. They got 3 goals to make up for the rest of the game here, and I don't see them doing it the way they're playing right now.
And with the way that Carey Price is playing right now, what are the chances of Winnipeg being able to score 4 goals? I don't think it's that high.
No, not the way Winnipeg is shooting on them either. Like most of their shots are from past the hash marks.
Yeah, they're coming from outside and out at the blue line, and they're not getting nearly enough traffic in front of Price either.
You're just building his confidence, if anything. Actually, you're almost like making him angry. Like, so are you stupid? Like, I'm not gonna. Actually, Price is actually offended by these shots. What are you doing?
Yeah. It's an insult to his. It's an insult to Carey Price that they're shooting from this far out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Taken now, Kyle Connor. Jets trying to get set up in the offensive zone here. We're down to 13:20 left in the second period. Almost halfway through this game. Winnipeg, they're going to have to get some offense going here very quickly if they're going to come back. But there's a turnover, and now Gallagher brings it out. Here come the Canadiens now into the offensive zone. And now it's played by Morrissey. Chip to the middle, moved up here now out of the zone. Here comes Scheifele for Winnipeg. He gets checked off the puck there by Sherratt. Good step up by Morrissey. He takes the puck back in the neutral zone. Stolen now into the offensive end. Here's Edmondson. Edmondson sends it around the wall. Kept in by Kotkaniemi, right back the other way. Moved out now and cleared to neutral ice by Winnipeg. Possession taken back by the Canadiens in their own end. No, I don't think it's Game 3 is must-win necessarily, Mark. I just think, I mean, obviously they have to win one of the two. They have to win one of the 2, 3, or 4. They can't go down 3-1 in the series. But if they come back from New York with the series tied at 2, it's still absolutely anybody's series at that point, Mark. They just got to win one of the 2 road games, just like the Islanders won one of the 2 road games. I think that series is going 7. Looking at the way that those first 2 games went, I think that series is going 7.
I had it 5, and but I wasn't. I thought Varlamov was actually hurt. I didn't think he was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So Varlamov changes things up a little bit. If Varlamov is on the top of his game, then yeah, you're probably right. For sure.
We got a delayed penalty call against the Canadiens here. That is going to give Winnipeg a power play.
What did Coke do now?
Now, Oh, it is him going to the box. His
Yeah.
second penalty of the game.
Interference, I guess.
Kotkaniemi going to the penalty box here.
I'm not so sure about
I don't
that
know
one.
why that's a penalty. Why is that a penalty?
I have no idea.
What?
What was he doing? What happened there?
The puck was right in front of him. He had just played the puck, and Kotkaniemi just hit him.
Yeah, that's a bad call.
How?
I got to think from that referee's angle.
They called it roughing. Did he hit him up high?
I don't know.
That looks like an awful call. That looked like an absolutely awful call to me.
Yeah, that's terrible. Like, I wouldn't even have thought roughing. So
no, I didn't. That looked like a hit.
Maybe interference or something.
That looked like a hit along the sideboards. Like, how is I don't know. I'm at a loss on that one.
Yeah. I think the refs are going to have to look at that one and go, we made a mistake for sure.
I don't know.
But that's all right. Winnipeg's just going to play around, bounce the puck all over the place and give it to Montreal. And I mean, they just are completely
right off of Scheifele's stick there. Good keeping, though. And nope, never mind. Appleton couldn't keep it in deep, and now Evans takes it out, and that's a clear for the Canadiens. Minute to go on the power play here, and Winnipeg's back in their own zone.
I just cannot believe how the Jets are not prepared for this game. As simple as that. They're not prepared for this. They are totally out of sorts. Completely out of sorts.
We're almost to the halfway point of this one. Barty, what is going on? Welcome. Chris, welcome into the chat. Thank you so much for being here. Really good to see you. And we're offsides entering the zone here for the Winnipeg Jets. So with 35 seconds left on the power play and 10:09 remaining in the second period, we're going to have to come out and do a neutral zone faceoff here. And Adam Lowry to the locker room for Winnipeg.
Yeah, no, that can't be bad. That better be for like tying up the skates or something.
No, it looked like he had a towel up to his face. I think he might have got caught up high with something.
Oh, okay. Maybe just
he'll be back in 5 minutes as soon as they close it up.
Yeah. Do you remember when they used to do stitches right on the bench?
Oh yeah.
I used to get stitches right on the bench. I had that happen before. I didn't get this pretty face all by itself. Yeah.
Nije, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Great to see you in the chat as always. Let's see. We're down to the final 12 seconds here of the Winnipeg power play. Nice pad stop there by Price. Back to the point. Piant keeps it in. Absolutely, Mark. 100% would agree with you on that. As that one gets stopped down in front there, and Montreal kills it off. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Kotkaniemi is out of the penalty box. And now we're going to get a quick whistle here. Yes, St. Martin. Yes, I am. Tomorrow night, Bruins and Islanders. I will be doing that game. I agree with that. I agree with that, Brian. I think the Jets definitely need to get within one here before the end of this period, but I don't like the Jets' chances of scoring 4 goals with Carey Price playing this well.
Not the way they're playing, no. I don't like it either. If you would have told me before the game, I would have told you I don't like the chances of Montreal scoring 3 goals in the first period either. But
no, that's true.
It certainly can happen.
It can. I mean, it's the NHL playoffs. Almost anything can happen.
But they got to start they got to just go. They
got to get bodies in front. There's been no traffic in front of Carey Price in this game.
Yeah, and when they take the puck, when they have the puck, instead of going to the hash marks, I'd rather them get buggered up by the defenseman as they go to the net than sit there trying to shoot on Carey Price from, 25, 30 feet away. It's just might as well not do anything. You might as well just dump it in the corner and go to the bench. Like, really.
Definitely agree with that. So we're here at commercial break, guys, just past the halfway point of this game. And I really want to say thank you to everybody here who's watching. Really, really appreciate it. I cover the entire NHL on this channel, so fans of every team are welcome and wanted. It would really mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. Fans of all team are welcome, and I will be streaming all playoffs long. I am joined by a special guest tonight. It's the great Perlo Wisdom, and his channel is linked in the description of the video. He does some great hockey content on his channel, including a 2-hour show every weekday, 3 to 5 Eastern, covering the NHL. So if you are interested in supporting Perlo, his channel is in the description. Dave, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate that. And let's get some new sub hype for Dave in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah, buddy.
Mark, if that's the case, Mark, then they're getting a big wake-up call here in Game 1.
Yeah, and some people are subbing over on mine. All you guys that are subbing, I can't see who it is. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Joey, thanks. Well, thank you, Joey. Joey has got to be one of the best Steel Flyers crew guys there is, and he's like every single show he's there.
Oh yeah. Oh, here are the Canadiens, 2-on-1 shot, saved by Hellebuck there on Caulfield. That's a big stop there by Hellebuck, keeping the Jets in this game. That's taken now. Profion, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Profion. Jeff, the link to his channel is in the description of the video where it says tonight's special guest is Perlo Wisdom.
Yeah.
Taken now. Under 9 minutes to go in the second period. This one gets brought into the offensive zone again. 2-on-1. Defensive play, though, by Derek Forbert to break up that pass. He has the puck down now in the corner. Jets trying to work it out. Moved over to the red line. That one gets dumped in. Perry with a hit on Scheifele. Scheifele gets it deep, but the Canadiens get possession. They a little sloppy trying to get it out, though, and that's dumped back in by the Jets. They're down in the corner. Nice hit there. That was Toninato with the check. Moved now. Pinched in Forbert. Keeps it in the offensive zone around the boards. Taken here again by Winnipeg. Trying to keep it going in the offensive zone. That one gets moved up, though, to Perry. Perry back. Played by Gustafsson. And dumped into the offensive zone there by the Canadiens. But looks like we're going to get an icing call on that as it came from behind the red line. And we'll get a stoppage here with 7:53 to go in the second period. AJ, what is going on? Yo, Brody, Evan, and Will, all in the chat. Thank you guys so much. Really, really appreciate you guys stopping in. Means a lot, of course. Really, really appreciate everybody being here tonight. This has been a pretty good game. This has been my a lot of fun for game number 1, I think, and we'll see if Montreal's able to keep it up or if the Jets have a comeback in them as that puck hops over Morrissey's stick and they'll have to go back and regroup.
The Jets have looked a little better this period.
Yeah, for sure. Ghost of John Lennon, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype for Ghost in the chat. This one gets taken now by the Canadiens now at their own blue line. Evans out of the zone, up the boards, into the offensive end to Philip Deneau. Deneau tries to backhand in front to Gallagher, but it's stolen by Tucker Poolman. Cleared out now there by Winnipeg and all the way back to the Montreal end. Hey, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. We're underway here, getting towards the latter part of the second period here. Solomon, what is going on? Welcome. Jerry with a 25 dono. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get some big dono hype in the chat for Jerry, everybody. Dropping a big 25 on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jerry. Really, really appreciate that. Taking now Neil Pionk with it. Moved now into the offensive zone. Jets trying to get in on the attack, though. Cleared out. Kotkaniemi up into the offensive zone to Caulfield. Not able to get it through the D, though. Timothy, I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Canadiens trying to work it out of their end here. 6 minutes to go in the second period. This one's up through the neutral zone. Taken and into the offensive end. Here's Suzuki with a steal. Drop pass back. Now down low to Foley. To the point. Sherratt with it. He fakes a blast and now will take it deep into the corner. Tries to curl back on the half boards but falls down. It's okay. Caulfield takes it down low. Passes out to the middle. To Foley. Shot goes wide. Jets trying to clear it. They get it up ice now. Here comes Appleton. Through the neutral zone. Spin around pass. Gets it to Kopp. Kopp with a shot that's blocked down by the Canadiens' D. 5:22 left here in the second period. Winnipeg here trying to get a goal before the intermission. Cutting this to a one-goal game. Moved down back low. Moved up and out. Taken here. Out of the zone. Taken now by Josh Morrissey. Under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Pionk backhands it in to the into the Winnipeg bench. So that is going to be a whistle and a neutral zone face-off coming up here when we get back from commercial break. Miles, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really, really appreciate it. We had to commercial break here under 5 minutes to go in the second period. Montreal 3, Winnipeg 1. And, man, what good game so far for the Canadiens, picking up right where they left off in the Toronto series. And Winnipeg is going to have to get something going quick here if they're going to come back and win this one. Miles, thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Aurora Nor, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, I'm doing a series right now on Seth Jones being traded to a few teams, and one of them is Winnipeg. Actually, I'm doing the video. I did the video today, posting it this evening. And looking at this game right now, they could sure use them. They could sure use them. They need some big guys in the back end that can move the puck for sure. For this game, anyways. Yeah, their defense has not been good this game at all.
No, yeah, it's definitely an area that they're going to need to upgrade. I think it's one thing, you know, they rely heavily on Connor Hellebuck. They wouldn't have to rely as heavily on Hellebuck if they upgraded that defense for sure.
Yeah, and you got to say, you know, we make fun of Bergevin, but he picked up Edmondson. He brought in Sherratt. He brought in these big, fairly mobile guys, and it's paying dividends in this playoffs. Winnipeg can't get past them. Mm-hmm. They can't get past them at all here.
Evan, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate you being here. Great to have you in the chat as always.
Oh, we're back.
We are back from commercial break here. Neutral zone face-off, one back by Montreal. Kulak goes D to D. We've got 4:43 left in the second period. Down behind the net now. Moved out Winnipeg. Trying to work it out of their zone. They bring it up into the neutral zone. Moved over the red line here into the offensive end. Scheifele. The pass back to the point. Winnipeg trying to get set up. Long shot gets blocked on the way through. Moved out now into the offensive zone. Perry gets hit there. Pionk takes the puck. Moved out now. Cleared back to neutral ice there. Edmondson plays it to the middle. That one gets stolen by Scheifele. Not able to get it through to Connor, though, because Suzuki was back and able to make the play on that defensively. And now sends it all the way down the ice. No icing as it goes by.
Have you seen Gustafsson on the ice since he made that move?
Yeah, he's been out there, but his shifts have definitely been limited. As Hellebuck makes a save there and covers it up. And we get a stoppage with 3:49 left to go in the second. I would not be surprised if he is not playing game number 2. Honestly, I'd rather have John Maryland than Gustafsson.
Yeah, pretty much. You can just put the letter X there. what NHL defenseman would you rather have than Gustafson? Pretty much anyone.
Henry, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. This one gets taken back now. Played by Pullman. Up and moved out of the zone here by the Jets. They get to the neutral zone. Right back into the offensive end now. Down low. Moved in here. Another shot there from Josh Anderson. That one kept out by Hellebuck into the slot there. Hellebuck with a big glove stop on another solid opportunity there for the Canadiens. 3:21 left in the second. And Montreal is holding on to the 2-goal lead, up 3-2 or 3-1 here, late in the period number 2. But Hellebuck there making sure it doesn't get any worse than that with a nice glove stop on Byron.
Are you still online?
Winnipeg just can't get past that defense at all. They just can't. They I don't even doesn't even appear like they're changing up anything to try to though. That's the problem.
Sent out here. Moved out of the zone, through the neutral zone, into the offensive end. Here's Pierre-Luc Dubois. He's getting back-checked hard, though, by Toffoli. Jets able to keep it in for now. Then it goes off a skate and out. All the way down. Pionk has to go back to play it. 2:45 to go in the second period. Moved up here now. Montreal 3, Winnipeg 1. Back out to the neutral zone. Jets now into the offensive end. Long shot there. It gets saved by Price. Moved out now. Stolen there. Past Pullman. Here comes Joel Armia. Save again by Hellebuck as he snags it with the glove. That was a really nice save there. Now it looks like we might have a little pushing after the whistle, but that breaks up quickly. 2:18 to go in the second. Pullman with a brutal turnover at the blue line. Armia gets the breakaway, but Hellebuck grabs it with the glove and keeps this a 2-goal game. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off now for the Canadiens. Pucks along the sideboards. Gallagher back to the point. Sending down low. Long shot there. That one gets blocked. Cleared out now. Long shot there. Deflected on the way through. Sent into the middle here. Set up in the offensive zone. Shot from the point gets blocked. Taken now here. Backhanded out by Perreault. Jake Evans gloves it down. 1:43 left to go in the second period. Taken here by Deneau. And that pass for Petrie is too far behind him. He'll have to go back to his own zone and regroup. Minute and a half remaining in the second period. Montreal holding on to the 3-1 lead. They bring it now. We're going to be offside, so they have to tag up. Jets take it anyway. Winnipeg into the offensive zone. Here comes Scheifele. Pass back. Now at the point. Pionk with it. Long shot deflected wide. Price holding the post. It ends up behind the net. Taken here by Petrie. Cleared all the way out. Down to the neutral zone. Now into the Jets end. Hard after it is Josh Anderson. Spin around. Backhand. Saved by Hellebuck again.
You would honestly think the Jets were the ones that just played 2 nights ago. If I was Paul Maurice at the after this game, I don't know.
Yeah, not the kind of effort that you'd be expecting from Winnipeg, who have had a week of rest after that Edmonton series, and it's been Montreal with all the energy in this one and the more hungry, more aggressive team throughout this game.
By a long shot.
1:04 to go here in the second period. Montreal 3, Winnipeg 1. Offensive zone draw here for the Canadiens. Moved up now. Jets into the offensive zone. Connor on the forecheck against Weber. Canadians trying to work it out. Corey Perry up the boards. Gets it to the neutral zone. Jets trying to take possession back. Taken now here. 33 seconds to go in the second period. Move now. Dumped in. Shot in on Price there. Easily blockered aside. Jets here trying to get set up in the offensive zone. 22 seconds left in the period. Long shot from the blue line. Deflects wide again. Chance here now. Back to the point. They maintain possession. Pionk with it. Got it standing still, though. Just sends it to the corner. Kyle Connor looking for a pass out in front. Goes behind the net. Gets it to Wheeler. 7 seconds left. Long shot there. Price with the save. Rebound. Not able to cleanly get the shot off. Backhand chance from Morrissey goes wide. Puck's behind the net, and the horn is going to sound. And that does it, and now we got a big scrum after here.
And Perry's pissing people off.
Perry is getting into it with Scheifele, then Wheeler comes in, and we got a scrum here to end the second as looks like Winnipeg is quite frustrated here, and we are going to head to the intermission. We are going to head to the break here with a 2-goal lead still for the Montreal Canadiens. Up 3-1 here over the Jets in game number 1 and about 20 minutes away from stealing one on the road and taking a 1-0 lead in this series. So that brings us...
I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. That brings us to the end of period 2 here. And we are at the second intermission. Montreal with a 3-1 lead. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have everybody in the chat. Thank you guys so much. It would mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of every team are welcome and wanted here. I'll be streaming all playoffs long. My special guest today is Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked down in the description. He is... absolutely has an awesome channel, and it's off the wall hockey, David. But what game am I doing tomorrow? I will be doing the New York Islanders and the Boston Bruins tomorrow, Austin. What was I saying? Now I lost my train of thought. Shoot, I forget. But anyway, I'll be streaming all playoffs long. Oh, Perlo's channel. He does an NHL show every weekday, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. And he has some awesome content on his channel, so it would really mean a lot if you could check that out. Angela with the 5! Let's go! Thank you so much, Angela, for the dono. Let's get that dono hype in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate that, Angela. It means a lot. Terrari, happy birthday. Really appreciate you stopping in. Thank you so much for being here. Great to see you in the chat. Definitely, Mark. 100% agree with you on that. Shout out to Terrari. Happy birthday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Who is new to the Discord here? Austin thinks that Vegas will have a better game tonight. We will see. Nath, I think it's going to be Owen Power to the Buffalo Sabres. And that... I don't know how he feels about going to the Buffalo Sabres, but I'm sure that Buffalo is very, very happy to be getting a player of that caliber for sure. But yeah, the draft is coming up this summer. It's going to be really interesting. Oh, Jeremy Swayman, easily, Mark. Absolutely Swayman. Hey, Magic Mendes, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I don't think Vegas is going to get blown out by 6 goals again, Kyle, but I do think Colorado probably wins the game. Bernie, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. No, Austin, not on a weeknight, man. I'm not going to be doing the 10 p.m. puck drop on a weeknight, especially when I have to be productive tomorrow. Like if it was Friday night, maybe I probably would do it, but not with tomorrow still being during the week and a work day. I got to be able to do something tomorrow. So, I'm very, very interested in Seattle as well, Magic Mendes. I can't wait to see what they look like and can't wait to see what the expansion draft produces. Halak isn't even the backup, Mark. Swayman's been dressed all playoffs long as the backup. So Halak will probably back up Swayman, but Swayman's going to be the one to play. Halak's been scratched all playoffs. It's been Rask and Swayman as the duo.
I'm still off.
Yeah, we'll find out. I'm excited for the expansion draft. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun for sure. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how much nastiness carries over between Vegas and Colorado. I mean, there's definitely that's definitely going to be a physical series if Game 1 is the is going to set the example for how that series is going to go. I definitely expect a closer game in Game number 2 than what we saw in Game 1 for sure. Yes, Swayman is a rookie, but he has been unbelievably good this season. Incredibly good. I would imagine so, Lorne. I mean, Owen Power's been pretty much, or what's the word? Owen Power's ranked by most people as the number 1 prospect, and Buffalo as the number 1 pick. So, I would imagine that they're going to take Power unless they end up going in a different direction, which I guess is possible. I mean, there's some really talented players that are going to go in the top 5, 6 of this draft, and I don't think it's any guarantee that Power goes, but I mean, I think Power's the expected number 1 pick. BTB, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Power is almost certainly the number 1. I'm pretty sure. He played for Canada at the World Championships, and I got to watch him, and he looks really good.
And he's big too. He's big.
Huge. He's got to grow into his body a bit, but one more year in college max, and he'll be playing, I think. I'm trying to put a player to what he looks like, and it's hard to say. Like, it's going to depend on his offensive upside.
Mm-hmm.
But with his size and the way he skates, at the very least, he's going to be a top 2 defenseman, for sure. But it's just how good of a top 2 really is the question.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want a 600, 200, what? He'll probably cap out about 225, 230, 6'4".
Imagine he turns into Dustin Byfuglien.
Yes, there's a good one, Dustin Byfuglien. Except
if he turns
better
into
defensively than Buff.
If he turns into a player like that, I mean, oh boy.
That would be killer. I love Dustin Bufflin. I absolutely love that guy. He's great. People say, well, he wasn't the greatest defensive. He was good enough, and he was just so much fun. He just was a wrecking ball.
He was so fun to watch. I miss
Oh,
watching Dustin Bufflin.
So do I.
He was so fun to watch.
Yeah, even when he was a forward too.
Yeah.
And he scored 30 goals as a forward, didn't he? So did Burns.
I don't remember what Dustin Bufflin's highest goal total was, but he could put points on the board, that's for sure. The most goals, Buff. Why doesn't this want to load?
Pretty sure he scored 30.
I don't know why this isn't loading. No, the most he ever scored in a season was 20.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh.
It was with Atlanta in 2010-11. He scored 20, and he scored 20 again with Winnipeg in 2013-14.
Where did I get that from then? What was his most goals in the playoffs? Maybe it was a playoff performance when they were playing him as a forward.
Oh, he had 11 goals and 16 points in 2010 with Chicago when they won the Cup.
That's it.
He had 11 goals in 22 games for Chicago in 2010 when they won the Cup.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
And they were playing him as a forward.
Yeah, he was playing wing at that point, I believe. Yeah.
And he hated it. He hated it. Because he said it was boring. He didn't play enough.
Mm-hmm.
He liked to be on the ice all the time.
Yeah,
he was a character.
He had some Winnipeg. He had 1, 2, 3. He had 4 50-plus point seasons with the Winnipeg Jets.
Yeah.
And he had 4 seasons where he had over 100 penalty minutes as well. And two of those 4 50-point seasons, he also had over 100 penalty minutes. So he was just a fun all-around player in every way.
Yeah, he was everywhere.
I miss Dustin Bufflin.
I don't think I've ever seen a defenseman that was everywhere all the time like he was. So it's like the guy was like, well, Bufflin is in the corner now in the offensive zone, but he got back. He was able to get. I always found he got back into his spot. He didn't leave too many off.
No, he skated well. He skated well for his size. Like, he could move. And a lot of times those big defensemen are kind of pylons, but Bufflin could move.
Yeah, he definitely could.
He was so much fun to watch. I miss him now.
Yeah, he was one of my faves, for sure.
I remember when he got traded to Atlanta, which then obviously became Winnipeg. He was so happy to get a chance to actually play defense and be a defenseman because he didn't want to be a forward. But in Chicago, I mean, those Chicago teams were so deep and so good that, like, for him to be in the lineup, he pretty much got slotted in on the wing. But when he went to Atlanta and became a full-time defenseman, that's when Dustin Bufflin really arrived and became the star player that he was for probably a good 7-8 years. Yeah,
he was, and he loved it. He loved being on the ice. He played 40 minutes a couple of games if I remember correctly. Like, the guy never seemed to be tired on the ice at all. I don't ever remember him trying to get back, but he couldn't. Like, he was so tired he couldn't get back. I don't ever remember.
He was such a workhorse as far as minutes go. Like, he could play half the game and it wouldn't even bother him. It wouldn't even faze him. He could play 30 minutes like that.
Yeah, and when he was a forward, he wouldn't have minded being a forward if they would have played him 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to think. I'm trying to look up some players that Power kind of looks like. It'll pop up to me when I see it. Eric Johnson.
Oh, I hope he's a lot better than that.
Yeah, that would be his bottom, I would say. Eric Johnson.
Was Johnson a 1 overall in 06?
Yeah, he was
He
a
was
first
1
overall.
overall in 06.
Yeah, he's a really good defenseman, but it's just that because he was first overall, you expected more offense out of him and stuff.
Yeah, he's not a top 5 guy. No. I did redrafts. I wonder where I put Eric Johnson in the redraft of 06.
Yeah, I mean, I would have liked him on my team. He was a top 2 defenseman most of his career, but it's that he was pretty inconsistent in a lot when he was younger, and then by the time he got good, he started getting injured.
He was not a great 1 overall.
Now, what draft was that?
06, I believe.
Yeah, that was quite a while ago.
So that was the year after Crosby. That was the Johnson, Jordan Stahl, and who was the other guy in the top 3 there? Was it Taves?
Yeah, I think
it was Johnson, Taves, Stahl were the top 3, I think.
Was Bobby Ryan right around there too?
All right, now I have to do some research.
Did Anaheim? I think Anaheim took Bobby Ryan in there. I'm almost positive of it.
Let's see.
Number 2. I think he was number 2.
No, Bobby Ryan wasn't 06. 2006 draft was Eric Johnson to St. Louis, Jordan Stahl to Pittsburgh, Jonathan Taves to Chicago, Nicholas Backstrom to Washington, and Phil Kessel to Boston. What a top 5.
Yeah.
What a top 5 right there.
Yeah, that is.
Was Bobby Ryan 07?
Maybe. It was somewhere around there.
Because Patty Kane.
Is that who it was? Was it right after? No.
Patty Kane.
It was right after.
No, he wasn't 07.
Who?
Where was When did Anaheim get Bobby Ryan? Was it 08? Oh no, 2005. He went right after Crosby. He was the year before. He was right after Crosby.
Yeah, it was Crosby. I knew the number 1 was huge, and everybody thought that Berkey was going to take the defenseman in that, and I think that defenseman was the other Johnson, Jack Johnson, the horrible Pittsburgh.
Oh God,
player.
Yeah.
I think that's
can't.
What that was.
I can't believe Bobby Ryan was that old. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Time flies. Bobby Ryan was an 05 pick. Crosby went 1, Ryan went 2, and Jack Johnson went 3rd overall.
Yeah, I was right. Jack Johnson. That's
you know
what's
worse than Jack Johnson going 3rd overall?
I think that draft.
Benoit Pouliot was the 4th overall pick.
Oh my God.
And Gilbert Brule went 6th overall.
By Columbus, right?
Yeah.
Brule.
Price went 5. The Minnesota Wild. No, the Minnesota Wild could have had Carey Price at 4 overall, and they took Benoit Pouliot.
Oh my gosh.
Gilbert Brule went 6 to Columbus. Jack Skilly went 7. I mean, this was a terrible top 10.
Chicago took Skilly, didn't they?
Yeah, Chicago took Skilly. Obviously, like Crosby.
At least he played in the league for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Crosby, obviously, I mean, one of the greatest players in NHL history. Bobby Ryan had a very, very good career. But after that, the rest of that top 10 is not good. I mean, Carey Price is really the only good pick out of the rest of that top 10.
Well, I should look up these while we're doing this. I love
that draft had some steals, though. That draft had some absolute steals. Paul Stastny went 44th overall.
Oh, yeah, Paul
Chris
Stastny.
Letang went 62nd overall in the 3rd round.
Okay, so Devin Setaguchi had not a bad career. He got injured.
No,
though.
he had one good year.
And you got Anze Kopitar went 11th.
Yeah, no, they had some good picks, just not in the top 10 outside of Crosby, Ryan, and Price. Anyway,
And
we're
then
back for the
Luke-
start of the third here.
Oh yeah, right. Luke Bourdon would have been good, but he passed away.
Very
so I think
tragic,
he would-
very tragic one there.
Yeah. Okay, so we better get to the game here.
Can you?
Come
Chris
on,
Letang
Winnipeg,
went third round, 62nd overall.
Wow. I'll keep on looking as you're doing the thing here. As you're doing the play-by-play.
All right, we're moved up now here. Montreal out of their zone, down to the final 20 minutes of this one. Canadiens take a 3-1 lead here into the third period, and the Winnipeg Jets are going to need some offense very, very quickly if they're going to get themselves back in this one, but Price is playing really, really well. Down low here, taken by Jeff Petrie. Jonathan Quick also went in the third round of that draft.
Yeah, that's not uncommon, though.
No, goaltenders a lot of times end up being mid to late round picks that turn out really good. Taking now Winnipeg back in their own zone, trying to work it out. Getting up the boards here.
Keith Yandel was a fourth rounder.
Wow. Moved out there. Jets dump it into the offensive zone. Back to play it now in their own zone.
Again, just floated it in on Price. I mean,
yeah. And that one's
they got
gloved.
nothing.
Offensive zone face-off coming up here for the Jets. 18:31 to go in the third period. And Winnipeg needs to get some offense going here. They're not getting a lot of quality chances in on Carey Price. A lot of these shots are coming from way too far outside with no traffic in front. Have a good night, Timothy. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Definitely see you tomorrow. We'll have a good one tomorrow night for the Bruins and the Islanders. This one gets taken now. Montreal trying to work it out of their zone. A little over a minute and a half into this final period. And that one's Montreal's able to clear. Now they bring it into the offensive end. Caulfield cuts to the middle. Kicked away there by Pionk. And then we have Stanley going flying into his own goaltender here.
Yeah, that's the closest they've got to a goaltender all game.
And let's see, Stanley slides into Hellebuck and everybody knocks the net off. Let's see what happened here. Stanley just fell down on the back check and put Hellebuck right through the net.
That's the closest they've got to a goaltender all game. Too bad it was their own. Somebody should try doing that to Carey Price. Like, once you get down there, just slide. Just give them
They got to get some sort of traffic in front because they've had none in this game.
Nothing.
2 minutes in here now. Taken by Kulak. Back in his own zone. Hey, we hit 100 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much.
Sweet.
Really, really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Let's get that 100 like hype in the chat. Really appreciate it as we are down to 17:40 remaining in the third here, and Montreal moves the puck back to the neutral zone. Over the blue line, they dump it into the offensive end. Down low here behind Hellebuck. Move now. Out here, Jets through the neutral zone into the offensive end. I am not Julio. Way too late for me on a weeknight. Just doing this game tonight. That one gets
Maybe I'll
thrown in.
turn it on.
Gloved over. Moved down now. Moved up, and Winnipeg's able to clear the zone. Back to the neutral zone. Now into the offensive end. Good check there by the Canadiens deep in their own zone. Back to the point. D to D. Pionk with it. Move now. Winnipeg just back in their own zone, regrouping here. 3-1. Montreal still with the lead. 16.5 minutes to go in the third period. Jets bring it into the offensive zone. Dubois plays it to Ehlers. Ehlers behind the net. Trying to get it out front, but it's stolen by Philip Deneau as that doesn't get through cleanly. Jets on the back check, though. Back into the Montreal zone. Sherratt takes it for the Canadiens. He goes up the boards, gets it back to neutral ice. Cleared out here by Montreal. They're already down to almost 4 minutes into the third here. This clock continues to roll, and the Jets continue to look for some offense. Gail, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Moved up and deflected in there by the Canadiens. Hellebuck out of his net to play it. Not able to clear the zone was Forbert. Now here's Toffoli with a pass in front. That one gets deflected up into the air. HS, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Down low behind the net now. Here come the Canadiens. Just keeping the forecheck pressure coming here. Moved up the boards. Sent down and behind. Taken here now, Cole Caulfield to Edmondson. Edmondson with a blast. That's a pad save there by Hellebuck. Down behind the net. Moved in here now, sent around. Kept in again. Edmondson with another shot. That one gets, he fans on it though as his stick snaps in half. Here comes Perreault for the Jets into the offensive zone. Edmondson doesn't have a stick, so he just knocks him to the ice. And Montreal's able to clear it up and out and get it out back to the Winnipeg end here. 14:50 to go in the third period. A little over 5 minutes in. Jets still looking for some offense here. I think, Austin, that obviously Montreal is riding a lot of momentum right now for sure, but Winnipeg definitely wasn't prepared well enough to play this game.
No.
And I would certainly expect a much better performance from the Jets in game number 2. Montreal deserves a lot of credit. They came out flying and playing really well, but Winnipeg was not nearly at a high enough level in this game. As this one goes back now, Logan Stanley, shot from the point there, blocked out, rebound chance. That one just goes wide of Price. What an opportunity from the slot. Montreal able to clear it out now, under 14 minutes to go in the third period. This one gets taken by Scheifele, up to Kyle Connor, into the offensive zone. Sent around the boards here. Cleared to the blue line, but not out by the Canadiens. Jets putting on some pressure here now. Desperation time for the Winnipeg Jets. They have got to do something here to get going, or they are in...
And that's the thing. They don't look like they're desperate. And it takes them like 2 seconds to get their feet going every time they have to move. It's really bad. Bad.
Chipped into the offensive zone by Pionk here. Down behind the net, taken there by Petrie, up the boards, kept in by Forbert. Chipped out, though, taken by the Canadiens, trying to get it out of the zone. Deneau has it, and he's able to clear it up to the red line. Forbert can't play it cleanly, but leaves it, and the Jets bring it right back in. Under 13 minutes now left in the third. That one gets stolen by by Jake Evans. Taken now, Gallagher with a long shot. That one, Hellebuck knocks it down. And we're going to get a stoppage here. And a whistle coming up. I believe it was an offsides against Montreal. And we are going back to a commercial break here with 12:49 to go in the third period. Jets are running out of time here. They are down by 2. We are closing in on the halfway point of this final frame. And Montreal has a 3-1 lead here, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Really great to see everybody in the chat. I cover the entire NHL on this channel, so fans of every team are welcome and wanted here. And it would really mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm going to be streaming all playoffs long. Special guest tonight is the great Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked in the description. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, he does some awesome NHL content, including a daily NHL show during the week. Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 Eastern time in the afternoon. It's a lot of fun. He's joining me here for this game tonight. And man, Montreal's been impressive. They've had a good performance here in game number 1, and Winnipeg has not been able to match it.
Not at all. And I have to say, this has been I've been so wrong in these playoffs this year.
Yeah.
Out of all the playoffs this year.
Oh, yeah. My bracket's junk already.
I have been way off in this one. I never saw this coming at all. Like, not at all. I thought Winnipeg was all over this. They were rested, and I can't even say like Winnipeg didn't play well, but you got to give Montreal credit. I mean, they didn't look tired at all here, and I can't really say Winnipeg pushed the envelope too much, but it doesn't matter. It's not easy to have that kind of an emotional game 7 and come back and play like this.
Price got a glove on that shot from the slot.
He did get a glove on.
Unbelievable save there by Price.
And calm, so calm when he made it. Wow.
Back underway here, back from commercial break. Montreal dumps it in. Going in on the forecheck here. Taken now, dumped in by Kyle Connor. Jets into the offensive zone, 12.5 to go in the third. Still down by a couple of goals. They need one quick here. Benz, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype for Benz in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to the point now. Kept in by Winnipeg here. That shot in goes wide, high off glass. I mean, they'll get a solid player, David, hopefully. Top 10 pick, so, somebody who's definitely not going to play right away. But somebody that down the line with some development could become a really good player. 11:50 to go here in the third.
I'll take a look at that quick while we're doing this. I like the draft a lot. So.
Who's around the 10 spot in the draft rankings right now?
A lot of that is, I mean, Ottawa's kind of weird. They do things to do with who's going to work for their team.
Yeah.
They like to build that. That's why they picked Sanderson last year, because they want to keep their salaries down, right? And people are happy. Money doesn't matter so much. Smart move. Right now it would be this Fabian Lysell kid who is like a firecracker Swedish guy who plays like a bat out of hell, almost like a Gallagher-ish type guy in Sweden. Yeah,
I feel like he would get along with Brady Tkachuk pretty well.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the guy they'll go for, but then another guy that's been, but he's in USA. They're not really used. Oh, what? I better shut up. You're about to say something, right?
Yeah, Winnipeg's in the offensive zone here. Forbert with a shot. Forbert scores! Beats it, glove hand on Price. And we have a 1-goal game here with 10:38 to go in the third.
Okay, yeah, what happened? Oh, wow, nice shot. Holy crap.
Great shot there from Derek Forbert. Nick, Thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Nick. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. What a shot there from Derek Forbert. And he's able to snipe one by Price glove side. And with 10:38 to go in the third period, this is a game. It's down to a 1-goal lead for Montreal.
Yeah, we got a game.
Leisha, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. That one deflects right into the bench area off of that face-off. 10.5 to go here in the third. And things are getting interesting as Winnipeg is trying to complete the comeback. They are trying to complete the comeback here while Montreal is looking to hold this lead. We'll see what's going to happen. This is going to be a fun one. Eames Tombstone, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Eames. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate that. We are back underway now. Neutral zone draw, one back by the Jets. Into the offensive zone. In deep, and they go back in on the attack here. Canadiens trying to work it out. They get it up ice. Here comes Caulfield into the offensive zone. He gets a shot off. And that one gets deflected up into the netting. And we'll get a stoppage here with 10:11 to go. $10:11 remaining in the third. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off for Montreal here. They're going to look to try and get that Get that 2-goal lead back. Oh, that's going to be a delay of game penalty against Morrissey. He swatted that puck out of the air and up over the glass, and I hate that this is a penalty. By rule, I mean, it's the right call. It's a penalty by rule, but I hate that that is the rule.
I don't really, like, you can't do anything about it. Do you remember when
he just swatted the puck. What are you supposed to do if you're a defenseman? Let it just land in the slot and let the offensive team get it?
I get it, but I sort of get the rule, because that it's almost impossible to figure out if a guy purposely did it or not, and it was ridiculous what they used to do back in the day. The reason why they made that rule, yeah, it's tough though. It is tough. I don't know how you could change it a little bit in that respect, like you know what I mean?
I think that should count as a deflection. If the puck deflects out, it's not a penalty. That should count as a deflection. If you get a piece of the puck in midair, I mean, you really don't have much control over where that's going.
Yeah, I agree. I guess, but
that's basically the same thing as a deflection, because you're lucky if you get any of that. If you get any piece of that, you're lucky. So I think if nobody's gonna be able to purposely swat the puck out of midair and get it over the glass. And you know what? If they do, good for them. At that point, good for them. Hellebuck with a huge save, but then the rebound goes in.
Oh,
and it's 4-2 Montreal with the power play goal. Hellebuck makes the initial save, but the Habs score on the rebound. Gallagher pokes it through, and the 2-goal lead is back here for the Canadiens.
Wow.
And the power play ends up being a big deal as Hellebuck makes the first save on Weber, and then Gallagher comes in and puts home the rebound in front. And with 8:56 to go now in the third period, we are back to 5-on-5 hockey, but the Canadiens have regained the 2-goal lead.
That just ruins my pick. I had the under and Winnipeg. So.
Wow. Canadiens now dump it into the offensive zone. 8:45 to go in the third period here. Weber with another shot, and Hellebuck holds the post. He'll make the save on that one, and we'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Montreal Canadiens coming up in the Winnipeg zone, but not until after this commercial break. So we have 8:39 remaining in the third. Montreal 4, Winnipeg 2, and the Jets are going to have to start the 2-goal comeback all over again after giving up that last goal. But welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. I cover the entire NHL, so no matter what team you're a fan of, you're welcome and wanted here. Would mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'm going to be streaming all playoffs long, doing as many games as I possibly can. And my special guest tonight is Perlo Wisdom. His channel is linked down in the description of the video. If you'd like to check him out, he has an awesome NHL channel as well. So any new subscribers to him would be greatly appreciated. But really, really appreciate all of you guys being here. Jackal, what is going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it.
I'm still working on who Ottawa might take at number 10. You know what? If he's available, they may take that Jesper Wallstedt kid, the goaltender.
Yeah, they could. That would be an interesting move. I don't like goalies in the first round because they're so hit or miss, but
sometimes it's getting to the point.
If there's a team that could use one, for sure.
Yeah, like you saw Spencer Knight and
yeah.
We don't know what Askarov is going to be, but I think he's going to be pretty fantastic. It's possible, but I was looking at a few of the guys that might be able to. They might be looking at there, and Cole Sillinger. Oh, he's from Medicine Hat. He's a Western boy. Mason McTavish. He might be. I've heard he's good. He could go really high. a lot higher. They have him at 14 here, but I'm hearing that there's teams interested way up there. He had a killer World Junior,
Yeah.
and he's from Peterborough, so he's
Ooh.
from that area, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Marcia, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Marcia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Bubsy, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. We got a big hit there right at the blue line, and we're going to get another quick whistle with 8:28 to go in the third. Canadiens holding on to this 2-goal lead now. Brendan Gallagher with the insurance marker.
Yeah, he had 11 points in 7 games in the Canada under 18. It's pretty impressive.
Nice, nice, nice. Here we go, neutral zone face-off. One back here by the Jets. They move it up. In on Price, he plays it to the sideboards. Canadians trying to clear it. They do. Up and out of the zone. Winnipeg has to go back and get it. It's Forbert. Moved up now. Armia with it. David, my name is John, and this is Perlo. Yeah, Austin, my bracket is absolute garbage at this point. I'm literally not even gonna look at it the rest of the playoffs. Like it's just junk. As this gets moved up now. Taken here by Montreal, trying to clear the zone. They do. Back to neutral ice. And now there, Price gloves it down and leaves it for his defenseman. That's Edmondson. Joel Edmondson with it now. 7:35 to go in the third period. Moved up now through the neutral zone into the offensive end. Evans deflects it in deep. Hellebuck comes out to play it to Pionk. Pionk, though, getting worked over by the forecheck of the Canadiens, and Evans gets possession back here for Montreal. Spin around shot from Gallagher. That one goes wide. Evans keeps it in. Pionk down low now. Deneau checking him. In on the forecheck. Good pressure coming here from the Canadiens. Best defense is just to keep the puck down at the other end of the ice. And now Winnipeg still not able to get it out. Down in front in there, and Hellebuck has to keep it away. Under 7 minutes to go now in the third. Moved up now. Here come the Jets into the offensive zone. Backhanded in. Price sends it behind. Wraparound chance there for Wheeler. Price covers up the rebound, and we get a stoppage here and a scrum in front. As Sherratt grabs Scheifele. Stanley comes in now. Scheifele's going after Sherratt. Stanley comes in on, can't tell who that is now. Weber comes in on Stanley, and we got a pretty good scrum going here. 6:48 to go in the third. Second big scrum that Scheifele's been involved in this game.
That's like that. They do have warriors on that team. That's why I'm so surprised that they weren't in better sorts for this game. Like, they've got guys that should be prepared. It's very, very strange. Gallagher looked like he was hurt there. He might have been tired.
Scheifele's headed to the penalty box here. 6:48 to go in the third. I do not know, Lorne. I did hear that the NHL draft is going to be on ESPN. I have not heard about the expansion draft, but I would almost assume so.
Scheifele was the only one that got 2 there? What the heck?
Well, I'm surprised Sherratt didn't go with him.
He ripped him from behind and dragged him to the ground. For sure he should have, this is... maybe it's a makeup call for that one that... No, Winnipeg got that one too, didn't
they?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Well, in here, power play chance now for the Canadiens. Chance to extend their lead and move it to a 3-goal lead. 6.5 to go here in the third period, but Winnipeg clears it on the PK there. Moved up now, Jeff Petrie starts it through the neutral zone. Caesar, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Jets clear that one all the way down again. Price comes out to play it. Art, what is going on? Welcome. Skiru, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. We've got 6:05 left in the third. Is Montreal not able to get that cleanly into the offensive zone. The penalty kill of Winnipeg clears it all the way down again. Good PK so far here for the Jets. But they don't need to be killing penalties right now. They need to be trying to get some offense going, down by 2 late in the third. Mathis, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Corey Perry now dumps it into the offensive zone, sends it around the boards.
I don't think they deserve to get a
No.
penalty here.
Sherratt now. Canadians working it around the offensive zone, still with 35 seconds of power play time left. Yes, Austin. The winner of this series, because of the seeding and the way that everything's worked out, the winner of this series will play whoever wins Colorado or the Vegas series.
And I'm going to pick Montreal because there's no freaking way they should win that, and that's the way this bracket's going. So Montreal's going to win the cup probably.
No, Bart. This is my only game tonight. 10 o'clock start time on a weeknight is too late for me. I got to be productive tomorrow. But if it was a weekend, I'd probably do it. But not tonight, as this one gets taken now. 5:12 to go in the third. Back now, taken here.
Well, thanks, Jeff. Awesome.
Kotkaniemi with it. Back to full strength. Scheifele's penalty is over.
Good pick, Perlo. It's not necessarily my pick. It just seems logical that it's completely illogical, so it's going to happen.
Yeah, we're into the final 5 minutes, Brian. 4:50 to go. Oh, no, the penalty's not over. What? I don't understand the graphics people at NBC. They never do their jobs right. They took away the power play clock while the power play was still going on. Like, what are you doing?
That didn't do it on my feed. They did it on NBC.
They did it on NBC, and they took the power play clock away, so it looked like the penalty was over. And no, there's 2 seconds left. It's like, what are these? Do these people that like do the graphics not watch the game? Like, do they not know what's actually happening? Well, now the power play's over. Moved up and out now, dumped into the offensive zone by Scheifele, who is now out of the box. And we're down to 4.5 minutes to go in the third period here.
Yeah, that's true. Hockey is the most unpredictable game.
Stolen there by the Canadiens. They get it back through the neutral zone. Pionk has to play it and regroup in his own end. 4:15 left in the third. And Winnipeg is running out of time here. You've got to think that Hellebuck is going to be coming to the bench fairly soon. Down by 2, I mean, you're not waiting till 2 minutes left like you would if it was a one-goal game.
Absolutely not.
You got to get him off with like 3.5 left.
As soon as you get back into the offensive zone, assuming that they don't allow a goal here.
Taken now by Toffoli, trying to cut to the net, poked away through the middle, taken by the Jets. All right, yeah, I'd be pulling Hellebuck now as soon as they get it into the offensive end. This one gets taken out. Ehlers tries to go short side. Ends up going wide of the net and up and out of the zone, cleared there by Montreal. Down to 3:25 left here in the third. Hellebuck is still in the net. You are running out of time. Moved up now, dumped in there by Winnipeg. 3:15 left in the third. Montreal with it. They're able to clear it out again. Winnipeg has no desperation in their game right now whatsoever.
No. This has been an absolute porous game. They look like the Winnipeg that before they played in the playoffs. The last 2 weeks of the regular season, which is why I picked them not to lose to Edmonton. And now they're back to being that again. It's so weird.
2:40 left to go in the third now. Still in the offensive zone here. Winnipeg trying to put some pressure on. Needing some offense desperately, but they are running out of time. They are waiting way too long here. And that one gets moved out to the blue line. Kept in, though, by Pullman, and it goes into the bench area. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off for the Jets when we come back from this commercial break. And I got to imagine they're going to have the goalie pulled now.
You would think.
I think they waited way too long there. You're down by 2. You've barely had any offense in this game. Carey Price is in net. You need that extra attacker out there for the maximum amount of time. And I don't think that 2.5 minutes is going to be enough to put 2 past Carey Price with the way that he's playing.
No, and the way they're playing, like they are playing. I don't know.
The desperation isn't there at all.
I'm so surprised by how disinterested they look in this game. Like they're not putting their body in. They look like the team that's tired, and that's just weird. Very weird. Very weird.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They just didn't have it. They didn't have the effort level. They didn't have the desperation. They didn't have the crispness or the quality of play that they needed to in this game. And Montreal came out flying in the first period, got out to a lead, and have kept it ever since. And Montreal absolutely deserves to win this game.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Yep. For sure.
So we're down now. We've got 2:25 left in the third. This is the final commercial break of the third period here, and Winnipeg is going to need a miracle at this point, but they have not gotten a whole lot going in this one. And Carey Price in goal, man. I think off the top of my head, I can think of 3 just absolutely spectacular saves from Carey Price in this game that, obviously kept Montreal in the lead. He had that blocker save coming across the crease. He had the save on Kyle Connor. And then he had the other really nice glove save in the second period. And those were all big, big stops for Price and for the Canadiens. And he is just absolutely at the top of his game right now.
Yeah. Even though the Jets didn't really test him too much, when he was tested, he was there all day and looked so comfortable doing it. Like, yeah, when he's on his game like that, it's pretty intimidating for a shooter, for sure.
Taken down now, back underway, behind the net. Back to the point now, Winnipeg, Pionk at the blue line, gets it to Ehlers, face-off circle, cross-ice pass, and they score! Winnipeg! Kyle Connor puts it home! And we have a 1-goal game again. Cross-ice pass from Ehlers to Connor. It's 4-3.
You think if that puck would have went over the glass there, this would have been all tied up, right?
Yep. And Winnipeg, finally, not going down without a fight here with a beautiful cross-ice play there. And then Price almost got there with the glove, just not able to. And
Connor's
with
got a
1:42
killer
to go
time.
in the third, it's a 1-goal game now. What a shot there by Kyle Connor.
This would be something if they tie it up now and win it, eh? After all this game, they don't do crap. It would be something.
Hellebuck back in the net now. They're going to get him off again as quickly as possible as soon as they get possession in the offensive zone. 1.5 minutes left in the third. It still might be too little too late here.
Yeah.
That one gets dumped in here by Winnipeg. We'll see if they have another goal in them. Montreal takes it and they clear it up and out of the zone. Hellebuck is on the bench. We are back to an empty net here for the Jets. They have 1:10 minutes remaining to try and tie this game up. Into the offensive zone. Ehlers on the rush. Sends it around the sideboards. Taken by Toffoli.
Oh, my God.
That goes in behind the net now. Evans gets absolutely destroyed as he scores on the wraparound. Evans scores the empty netter, and then we have got a massive brawl breaking out here as he got absolutely destroyed after scoring that. And he is completely out. And Weber is in throwing punches. I think it was Scheifele with the hit.
Oh, my. He's done.
Evans is out.
Unbelievable. Wow. I got to see that in slow-mo. Was it actually the charging for sure?
It was definitely charging. Scheifele absolutely destroys Jake Evans there. And it is 5-3. The game is over. Absolutely destroys him.
Oh my gosh. That is in freaking... Now, what's this series going to be like? Holy, I hope Evans is all right, but he's not. My gosh.
He got absolutely rocked coming around the net there, and he is still down.
Well, I guess. That was like a Mack truck, man. That was insane. And they are looking like the medical staff don't look like they're very comfortable with the situation.
No, they're getting the
right now.
stretcher. They're absolutely getting the stretcher for Evans here. It looked like he was out, like out right after that hit.
But
and then he
in
woke
all
up.
honesty, I'm not sure. Like, I don't think he got him in the head.
That was
we're gonna have to
definitely
look at this
charging.
moment. Yeah, he's
Shifley
definitely
came
going.
100 miles an hour into that hit.
Yeah. Wow. Holy crap. I mean, this playoffs, like every single game, there's something that just go like, whoa. The Tavares thing.
I can't wait to see what these last 56 seconds look like.
I don't even know. I think everybody's going to be stunned, to tell you the honest truth. I even think the Winnipeg Jets are going to be stunned by what just happened. I don't even know if the Winnipeg Jets know what to think at this point. That was crazy. I'm even looking at the chat. The chat must be just nuts right now.
Evans still out here?
No, they are wrapping his head and everything. Like,
well, he was definitely out when he got hit.
The medical people look very concerned here. Like, it's not like the Tavares thing. This looks like they're very concerned about what just happened. But the Tavares one, that I actually got a little sick to my stomach when I saw that. From the angle that it was, and when he went up and then he passed out and he went down again. But this happened so fast, it almost never gave me the chance to be like that. Like,
payback's gonna be coming for that one.
He got hit and then landed on his head, did he? I didn't notice that. That's what
they haven't shown many replays of this. I want to see it again to see exactly what happened here. Shifley absolutely destroyed him coming around the net.
I'm surprised they're not showing a few more replays.
I mean, it would have been a great hit if it wasn't charging. If it wasn't a charge, it would have been a great hit, like Wendell Clark on Bruce Bell back in the day coming around the net. But it was definitely a charge from Shifley.
Oh, wow. And if Shifley's out a couple games or something like that, this series is over. They're not winning without Shifley in the lineup anyways, but right now the main thing is this kid's okay. He's
Evans
just a kid.
looks like he was moving after the hit, but then they like put him back down and like told him not to. But he was definitely out when that first still happened.
He was flat out, yeah, absolutely. Oh, he's moving his hands and stuff. That's good. He's moving his hands and stuff. But there's a concussion there for sure. Wow. Oh my, yeah. He did land. It was when his head hit the ice. Look at this. Boom. His head hit the ice. But he was out right away, I think.
I mean,
But
it wasn't
I
that.
want to see how far back Shifley was.
The only thing was the charge. That was pretty close to not actually even being an illegal hit, but the only thing there was the charge from Shifley.
Charging, yeah.
That was a blatant charge coming from a long, long way away from for Shifley.
We'll see what happens in the last
5-minute
45.
power play here for Montreal, obviously. Definitely charging there to Shifley. We'll see what happens with that. But other than that, I mean, it was pretty close to just being a great hit. But I think that the speed and the distance from which he came is definitely going to be the problem there.
Yeah, I'm going to need to look at that over and over again. But how far away was he? Did he slow down before the hit? All of that, but whatever. Evans didn't see it coming for sure.
Well, I mean, if you go around the net, you gotta be ready.
You gotta look to see who's coming when you're gonna do that too. But I don't know. This will be one that will be talked about for quite some time for sure, I think.
Well, that's going to be the final horn here. 0 seconds, 0 minutes left on the clock. Montreal 5, Winnipeg 3. And that's a Game 1 win here for the Montreal Canadiens, 5-3 over the Winnipeg Jets. And they now have a 1-0 series lead. And that's going to do it here for game number 1. So Montreal comes in on the road and is able to take game number 1 from Winnipeg and go up in this series. But obviously, thinking about Jake Evans here, he got absolutely cleaned out, and Shifley went high with it. Definitely a charge. It wasn't, I mean, that was close to being just a great hit and a guy getting cleaned out Scott Stevens style, but the distance and the speed from which he came absolutely makes that charging. And we'll see what happens here with Mark Shifley.
I don't think
Shifley, does Shifley have any suspension history as far as dirty hits go? Because
Shifley is not that kind of guy at all. He was in this situation. He's so much of a competitor. He just wanted. I think if he has to go talk to them, he's going to say, "You got to know I'm coming."
Oh,
right?
yeah. I mean, if you play with your head down, I mean, you get what you deserve playing hockey with your head down.
Did not pay
Ask Eric
attention
Lindros about that.
But Evans certainly didn't prepare himself for a hit there, and you should at the same time. But that was pretty. There's still a charge.
It's absolutely a charge.
There's no doubt about that. So, in Stevens' day, that was normal.
Oh,
that's still a charge.
It's definitely a charge.
But back in those days, they would have said he should have been looking for that hit.
Oh, yeah. I still say that. You play hockey with your head up. If you don't play hockey with your head up, you get what you deserve. But it's still very much a penalty.
Yeah, I don't. A suspension?
No, he'll probably get a couple games. I would say probably 2 games. It's definitely not going to be Kadri suspension because Kadri has a repeated history.
Nothing like that. No. Shifley, I don't think he ever had.
I don't think Shifley has a repeat offender history. So I would say 1 or 2 games for a charge, but it's not going to be anywhere near what a guy like Kadri got for his hit to the head.
No. Kadri, that was idiotic. That you can't do that. You can't hit that high and get away with it. Like nowadays, you just can't do that. That was especially with when you have a track record like him. But I guess we're done here, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the end of the game, and that's going to be the end of the stream. We'll see what happens with Scheifele. I would be shocked if it's any more than a 2-game suspension. He didn't hit him like it was through. He squared him up. He went through the body. The other thing would be if they deem that he jumped, because if you jump, that definitely gets you into a lot more trouble than if you don't. But it looked like his right skate might have still been down.
I'm gonna have to look at that and see how fast he was going. What did
It
he
was
slow
absolutely
down
a
for?
charge. It was absolutely a charge. There's no question about that. But as far as like how bad it was,
I still say if I'm putting myself in that situation, if I'm Evans, I'm expecting somebody to come there.
oh yeah, you can never
And
go around the net with the puck and not expect to get absolutely steamrolled.
and Evans did not look like he expected anybody to be there, and that's on him on that. You gotta expect that to happen.
Well, that's the
so.
thing with these players these days is they grow up playing soft hockey and they don't learn how to protect themselves.
Well, I mean, most players know. I don't know. To me, it's just an instinct.
Oh,
If
it's
I'm
the
gonna
same
go
thing.
around
Everybody
like
turns their back to the boards now. How many guys
yeah.
get boarded because they turn into the hit from behind knowing that they're going to draw a penalty
Yeah, that
rather
happens
than
way.
protecting themselves and not going headfirst into the boards?
On my show, I've been talking about this a lot lately. Stuff like this, a lot lately, and the stuff that happened. The way I don't like the way the suspension crap is going. I don't think it does it. I don't think it's yeah. But anyways, I
All right,
talk about it a
Austin
lot.
says he watched it and he didn't lift up with the hit. It was body to body, and then the head hit the ice, hurt the guy. So then,
Yeah,
if that's the case, then it won't even be a suspension.
I
There
don't
won't
think
be
so.
if that's what the Department of Player Safety sees, then it won't even be a suspension.
Especially with who they got in there as which I'm glad they have them in there, and a lot of people don't like them, but Paros.
No, hockey does not need to be wussified any more than it already is. It's already too soft, and if you don't, I mean, if you don't go up on the guy, I mean, at some point the onus is on the players with the puck to know that they are eligible to be hit. If you have the puck on your stick, you are eligible to be hit. So you got to protect yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And especially if you're coming around the net because you're coming around the net trying to get an empty net goal. You don't think a player is going to try to stop you by hitting you? Like that's exactly what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to get there and hit you so you can't score the goal
Oh
in
yeah.
that situation. And if you're not prepared for that, Colorado already scored. My
Yeah,
gosh.
Colorado might just run away with this series.
Sod fanned on the shot and it went in between Fleury's legs.
I mean, this Colorado team is scary right now.
Yeah, it might be just too good for everybody.
They're just steamrolling everybody.
It was funny. I was taking Colorado all through the regular season, and then for some reason I went with Vegas when we did the show. I don't know what the heck I was thinking this year. I really don't. I changed my mind a lot this year. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. It was yeah, I don't think he's going to get suspended. I really if things from what I see, I now that I look at it, Evans did not protect himself in that spot, and although it's a charge, he should have been into the body with that or ducking down or doing something. He was like a fish out of water, not prepared. Like there's nobody else on the ice, and I'm just gonna tuck this in.
Yeah,
You know.
I'll have to see it again. I would say it's gonna depend on how they look at it as far as does he leave the ice to make the hit? If he does, it's a definite suspension. If he doesn't leave the ice to make the hit, he probably won't get suspended at all.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I hope he doesn't. And with George Paros there, I think he's done. A lot of people say he doesn't do a good job. He doesn't give enough. So I don't agree. I think he does a great job.
He went right through the middle of them.
Yeah.
It's not like it wasn't like the Kadri hit where all he caught was chin.
Do they already have it up on YouTube? Are you looking at it right now?
No, I haven't looked for it yet, but I don't know. I would say probably a couple games, but I don't think it's going to be more than that, especially without a history.
How the hell do you spell Shifley?
But anyway,
Yes.
that brings us to the end of tonight's stream, everybody. We've already gone after the end of this one. But thank you guys for watching. Really, really appreciate it. I'll be back tomorrow night for the Islanders and the Bruins game, and I'll be back there, and for tomorrow night, and that'll be it. So Perlo is on tonight. Obviously, great to have a special guest on. As always, his channel is linked down in the description. So if you want to check out Perlo's channel, his is there. And I cover the entire NHL, so no matter what team that you guys are rooting for, I cover the whole league, so everybody is welcome here. It would really mean a lot if you could hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And I'll be back tomorrow night with some Bruins Isles action, and hopefully it's physical, hopefully it's nasty, and hopefully it's close, and we get some more great playoff hockey. So with that, have a great night, everybody, and that's going to do it. See you tomorrow.
Take care.